Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Wednesday at 1 p.m., Suns and Lakers Game 5. I'll recap the game and we'll look forward to Game 6. Diamondbacks are doing Diamondbacks things. Let's look how the series with the Mets is going. The NHL playoffs second round is underway. Let's get updated. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event Wednesday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Our beautiful daughter, Ashley, was only 12 years old when a distracted driver went to the light and ran into our van. When an email comes over your phone or a phone call or voicemail, it's not worth it.
Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station. Summer is about relaxing. Just you and your thoughts.
Boring. Luckily, summer is also about America's Got Talent.
Are you ready?
Mind-boggling acts.
Put on your seatbelts.
Huge surprises. And $1 million on the line. So don't just summer. Summer with AGT. America's Got Talent, summer's #1 show, premieres tonight on NBC.
There's a time to be fearful and a time to be calm. A time to be aggressive and a time to be conservative, especially when it comes to investing. You've heard the phrase, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose.
Hello, I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management. At Compact, we strive to provide you with the tools and experience it takes to be in the right place at the right time to grow and protect your hard-earned money. Call pound 250 on the cell phone and say talk to Mo, and let's check your goals together. You'll get a free portfolio review and risk analysis, and we'll focus on your investment strategies. Call pound 250 on your cell phone and say talk to Mo, or visit us online at compact.com. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix
at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien. Alongside Randy White, we got Phil in there, and you guys are on the text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios. Yeah, everything sounds weird. Is there something going on? Everything sounds weird.
I don't think so. Nothing to report as of yet, but
Me. I sound good.
I had to really crank this up. Oh, I know. Check the studio knob. It's probably way down low. There. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Just because it's turned down low doesn't mean you turn it back up. Because I had to turn this one up. Now everything's jacked up. All right, here you go.
Sorry to jack it up for you.
Here's the thing I thought was really kind of interesting that Bruce Jacobs was like, hey, guys, the governor's coming. Let's clean up. Let's get everything. I walk in here and the place is wrecked. The entire place is wrecked.
Well, now, wait a minute. You're talking about the Kurt Warner Memorial over here in the corner?
The shrine.
The flag fell off of it and the scarf was down here.
Can we have a little respect?
The blinds over where the governor was sitting were all askew.
They've been like that.
I'm telling you,
they've been like
this place is jacked up. And, I just thought that was kind of interesting. But how dare they? How dare they mess up the Kurt Warner shrine in the studio?
Yeah.
Is it worth getting rid of Kurt Warner just for Double D?
I don't know. Some big booty, security guy coming in, doing their like, check your hip out the work. The Eagles landed, right? And I think they knocked it over.
That's not what happened. I was here early this morning, and I witnessed everything that took place. They two very well dressed security agents came into the room here.
Yeah,
they did their sweep of the room.
They're probably still here now, and we just don't see them.
Probably they're probably underneath the couch, or maybe they have become the couch.
You should go poke it.
Yeah. I'm not going to. You poke it.
I'm not poking it.
I'm not poking it.
Phil, we need you to poke something.
I would love to.
No, stay in there. 888-368-1580. So exciting day here at the radio station, I guess.
Well, it was, you don't get to see the governor every day. Like you don't get to see the president in person every day.
Well, he's just the governor. He's not the president.
It was hard to wade through all the confetti getting into this office.
Well, there was a lot of confetti. I mean, I will say they may have overdone it just a little bit.
It was an aggressive amount of confetti.
There was a lot of confetti, and the marching band just left recently.
I didn't even know that we had champagne on tap.
Well,
we always have some.
We've always got something around here, Phil.
So, all right, but the big excitement and the text line is already starting to light up. People just want to say hi to Phil. I wonder why. You notice that Phil was awfully quiet when he came in today.
I did not notice that.
I mean, there were bagels over there.
Well, that is true.
I didn't see you chewing. I didn't see you chewing anything. I think you're sitting there chewing on your own hatred and your own sadness and your feelings that kept coming up like, and Phil is got to be hurting today.
What do you mean? Why?
We're not going to talk about it
right
away.
Why would Phil be hurting today?
Well, because of what happened to his fakers.
Pray tell, what happened?
Well, I know that you probably didn't watch on Sunday expecting that the Lakers would just beat the Suns, like Phil would say. And that it would be a gentleman's sweep, like Phil said.
Now, remember Sunday, I was a bit indisposed.
Oh, we're all indisposed. And, so Phil, if he would have had his way, we would have never watched the game. There was no reason to watch the game because Phil guaranteed the Suns would lose to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Did he guarantee that?
Yeah, he certainly did.
Guarantee.
He certainly did. You can go back and listen to the tape.
Yeah.
Anyway, but luckily I did watch. I did watch.
Somebody had to.
And that was fun.
Yeah.
Crowder started actually hitting some threes. And it was not fun to see Anthony Davis pull his groin.
Strain it. That's confirmed now. He actually suffered a strained groin.
Usually with NBA players, they're pulling somebody else's groin. But in this case, it was a legit injury. It wasn't a flop-tastic moment or anything like that. And this is not how I want it, though. I wanted AD healthy. I wanted LeBron healthy. I wanted Chris Paul healthy. And I wanted it to be an absolute fair fight. But you still have LeBron. So you still should win, Phil. The Lakers
LeBron
should. Okay, so there it is. I knew the excuses would be coming. That's 70% LeBron.
And if the shoe were on the other foot, I would not bereft you of saying Chris Paul was injured.
Chris Paul was 70% Sunday if LeBron was 70%.
Yeah, but there's only one LeBron James and
there's
nobody
only one
else
Chris Paul.
Yeah, but there's Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton at full strength.
Instead of just humbly hanging back on this, you're going to double down, and you were going to already start the excuses for what happened.
If I could take the surrounding pieces beyond Chris Paul versus the Lakers right now, I would take the surrounding pieces of the Suns. They have a better team. I've never robbed you of this. I just thought that the starters, the two best
I
players.
don't think I ever heard you say that ever before. Have you heard this, Randy? The Suns have a better team?
Yes, I said the only point is that the bench certainly gets shortened in the postseason. Depth doesn't matter nearly as much as it does in the regular season.
Au contraire, I think depth matters a lot.
Ooh. That's what she said.
Oh, geez Louise. But what it remains to be is that I did see some faults outside of AD getting injured that are just incredibly frustrating. Does Kyle Kuzma, after he takes every shot, does he need to fall down on every shot? It's quite frustrating. Can we stop with the turnovers?
Kuzma's like the kid who goes into the bathroom, pulls his pants all the way down to use the urinal. That's what he is. He's just because he doesn't have to fall down all the time. He just does. So the guy walks in there,
pulls his britches down all the way to all the way down to the ankles.
That's right. Ass out to everybody else walking by going, whoa, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, no, this is how I do it. Yeah, that's how Kuzma does it. That's how he does it. Well, listen, we're not going to go to that right away. We want to let it marinate. Why would you play that? What does that have to do with marinating?
I don't know. Somebody pulled a groin.
Yeah. Well, he pulled his own groin, not somebody else's. That's a whole different thing. So we got many, many things to talk about. And of course, I have to go to the text line and read all these kind and gentle, wonderful things everybody
bet.
has to say to Phil.
You better filter them.
What happened?
Better filter them.
So, but first, I just want to say hi. We haven't talked. So, how was your weekend, Randy? Your 3-day Memorial Day weekend?
It was fantastic. Got some good stuff done on Saturday. Sunday was race day, of course. I celebrate that every year. You may have
the
seen
Coca-Cola 17,000.
No, it was the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600. The Indianapolis 500, a wonderful race, but I have a lot of things to say on the race setup this week about the Coke 600 and how boring it was.
That might have been boring, but Helio Castroneves winning his 4th Indy 500, that was kind of exciting.
The Indy 500 was very exciting, and old guys rule. 46-year-old Helio Castroneves.
It's Helio? I like Helio better.
Yeah.
Anyway, so who are the other guys who won 4 Indy 500s? Do you know?
It was AJ Foyt,
correct.
Rick Mears,
yes,
and Al Unser Sr.
You are correct. All correct.
Watched every damn one of them.
Who is the oldest driver?
The oldest driver?
Yeah, the oldest one to do it.
Oh, it was Al Unser Sr.
It was Bobby Unser.
Bobby Unser didn't win a 4th.
Well,
AJ Foyt.
Oh, he's not
Unser Sr.
Right. Not 4th, but the oldest winner to ever win. Al Unser was 47. Bobby Unser was 47. Emerson Fittipaldi was 46. And Helio.
He's 46.
Is it really Helio?
Helio Castroneves.
Yeah, he's the guy who invented that diet where you got to pretend that you're like a dinosaur.
The
ding-dongs
Helio
were
Paleo
invented.
diet. Well, anyway,
Twinkies.
He's done that, so now he's got that. But that's not the only thing. Not only did he make history doing that, he became, it was fast. His average speed was 190.692 miles an hour. It broke the mark of 187 set by Tony Kanaan. In 2013.
Fastest Indianapolis 500 on record.
So was it fun to watch that one? At least
it was absolutely
tires flying out of the air. And
there was so
crashes.
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of crashes.
There's
there
a
was
couple.
one. My guy Graham Rahal, who had the damn race sewn up, he came in for his final pit stop, and something happened. They did not get the rear tire secured on his car, and he gave the Indy 500 away. And I feel so bad for him. But there was a lot of action. Connor Daly, who is the hometown native in Indianapolis, Indiana, he grew up there, was born and raised there, led for the very first time and had a dominant car. He was there, so that's another highlight.
Who got stuck in traffic in the pit? Who was that? The guy that was like, "Hey, I'm doing great."
Scott Dixon, and there was another one. I can't think of his name right now. Former Indy 500.
He led for a while.
Yeah. Scott Dixon, who was the pole setter of the race. It was just a mishap that happened, and he ended up being in the pits for it and got stuck there. So it was a bad day for Scott Dixon, but hey. In the end, it was a fantastic race. I loved it. The Coke 600, on the other hand,
I have an idea. Now that I know his name is Helio, I thought it was Helio. But now I know his name is Helio. Here's the T-shirt.
Okay.
What the Helio? Huh? It's just what the Helio? What the Helio?
Give him Helio.
Yeah. Shut up, Phil. 888-368-1580. All right, let's go to the text lines. Let the Phil abuse commence.
Wow.
Baker's
Phil.
Cocky Hen says, "Who called it, Phil?" AD hurt again, so shocked. Luckily, that loser ref Scott Foster isn't in this game. Otherwise, the Suns would lose. Suns win in 6. Phil gets a tattoo like a biatch. And the
go ahead.
Broncos cheerleaders' cankles just get larger. CP3 should be MVP, and Ayton is doing what I knew he could do, make a name for himself and becoming an NBA center finally.
So can I
pump the brakes on that one?
Can I, before you read another text, can I just ask? You're the Laker fan here. I wish Ralph from Harmon was here because I want to ask him the same thing. Why is the Lakers coach crying about the amount of fouls that his team is getting called for?
Because if you look at the discrepancy between the two teams and who's getting to the line. We have the bigger guys. We're getting physical, and yet somehow still your guys are just flopping to the high heavens, just flying through the air like headless penguins. Just whoosh,
they don't know how to flop.
I guess they learned from the Western Conference's best, the Lakers.
You get a cease and desist for intellectual property from LeBron James if you flop. Nobody's going to risk that.
I will say it is quite annoying when Jay Crowder makes an uncontested 3 because LeBron is still on the other side of the court arguing with the ref.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for that great D.
By the way, I saw 2 flops. I saw 2 LeBron flops in that game. And I
Two?
think that was the
Wow.
under, actually.
Yeah.
The over-under, I think, was 2.5.
I would have said 20 or 25 at least.
Unless I missed one. If anybody out there saw something different, let me know. 888-368-1580. And Jagdog says, boo-hoo, Davis out game 5. How long until Phil's a Nets fan?
Oh,
Yeah.
my Lord.
Actually, that would have been a great bandwagon choice right there. The
No,
Nets.
absolutely not. The Nets, I still don't foresee getting out of the East. Of course, they're a dominant force. I think it doesn't help that Joel Embiid got hurt here. Now that does, just as his status is, it makes me doubtful on them. But I think that they're going to have a tremendous series coming up with the Bucks once they take care of business tonight, and get past the Celtics.
Helaman Mike says, afternoon, gentlemen. Yeah, you too, Phil.
Thank
It
you.
seems like a strange karma justice. The porcelain doll power forward has himself a sprained ding-ding. Burn in hell, Lakers, and shut the hell up, Phil. Let's go, fans.
Justice.
Let's go, Suns fans.
It was a
Let's make
normal.
some noise. Give me some burn in hell. Give me some burn in hell, Lakers.
It was a normal.
I wish I
kickout.
could, but I can't. It's not. I'll have to load
You
it
guys are
real
in
quick.
person.
Did you
can
leave
sing
that
it
at
in
home?
person.
Yes, I did.
Well, okay, we'll do it in person, right?
Burn in hell, Lakers. Burn in hell, Lakers. Shut the hell up, Bill.
See, that was what the help of a good producer. I'm not talking about you, Phil. Talking about Fish Tank, because he took it grunge. You see that we kind of grunged it up a little bit with our voices.
Yeah, we did.
He made a huge difference. You, Fish Tank, you're my Matt Mutt lying. Senior Wake and Bake says, sup, duo, sup, throbbing pile of Phil.
Burn in hell, Lakers. Burn in hell, Lakers. Shut the hell up, Bill.
I just like that he called you a throbbing pile of Phil.
I've been called worse.
Says,
on
hey,
this show.
your loser ass team is hemorrhaging like you do every month. Oh, easy. Go
take
Suns.
it easy
Yeah,
now.
come on now. It's funny though. Screaming Eagle says, I had faith. Hallelujah, Suns. And if AD is out, we need to go for the jugular. The jugular. Well, yeah. So they were going for the jugular when Chris Paul was out, and they did little dances and celebrated. And like, yeah, remember LeBron doing his little dumbass dances. By the way, did we see any Suns doing dumbass dances and over celebrating on Sunday? I didn't see it. I just didn't see that cocky a-hole attitude.
I didn't see it in the second half. Of course, they were being blown off in the first half. So it was
Sorry,
hard
what?
to-
Sorry, what?
Yeah, well, you heard me. They're
Blown
entire-
out, I think, is
blown
what
out.
you're
Well,
looking
either
for
way.
there.
Being
Either
what?
way. I missed the whole first half, but that's another show.
Wow.
Well, so did AD.
No, we missed the second half.
I know. I was just trying to make a joke. Shut up. Box Screw says, beat LA like a former co-host used to beat dead horses.
Oh.
Charlie Boy says, hey, Radio Pal and Randy. Phil, you ready for the Lakers to lose game 5 tonight? That's the thing, though. Hold that thought, Phil. We're going to get some actual, if you can, non-homeristic, non-resentful, actual credible sports analysis of tonight's game. We will do that in a little bit.
Anal analysis?
No, actually just straight up regular analysis.
okay.
They're one and the same.
For Phil, yeah. So, hey, just hold that thought on that. Boogie says Phil is dancing and trying to slyly backtrack. So, hey, Phil, shut up. Justin Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. I, for one, will not pile on Filthy Phil. Also, no team in the history of sports is 100% healthy in the playoffs.
Oh, come on.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
There's always somebody dinged up and hurt and whatnot. But see, what Phil is going to say is, without AD, it's over. There's no way that the Lakers can win. Listen, we have seen LeBron James take worse teams to the finals. We've seen LeBron James up and just will it into being,
but
a younger LeBron.
Thank you. I was just going to make that point. Yeah, much younger.
Much younger and much healthier.
Fed fan says, look what I created for Phil. I made it out of resin and alcohol links.
Oh, yikes.
That's actually pretty good, Phil. You have to see it. She basically says, shut up, Phil. She actually has the letters. I thought you 3D printed that there, but it's black, shut up. Shut up, Phil, but the up is yellow. Like the Lakers.
Wow.
Boomer Sooner says, hey, good afternoon. Hope you had a good holiday. Jeffrey, I was listening to 1580 or trying to over the weekend, and there was a whole show that your station was absolutely blank. I think about 2:00 in the afternoon. It came back on with somebody, and now today you guys have already blanked out on me twice. Just an FYI. Okay, I wasn't aware of whatever you're talking about at 2. What's going on this Saturday? Do we have anything Saturday?
Saturday, no.
That was just a normal
Saturday
day.
was just a regular day here at the Flamethrower.
Yeah, so you might we've had some transmission issues and stuff, but I appreciate that heads up, Boomer Sooner. Charlie boy, thank you for that. Baker's Cocky Hen says AD's pulled groin is a lot different than the Deshaun Watson pulled groin. That's for sure.
Yes, yes. I would
Phil
agree.
should join the Lakers coaching staff, and then he calls you a whiny biatch. Berg says, "Go Suns." So, all right, Phil. Let's take just a moment here because there's just so many other things to talk about. Oh wait, I'm being told I don't even have time to do that. Well, because GCU won the WAC again, but in a different sport.
Yeah.
ASU's doing great in golf. There's some other things to talk about before
in baseball as well.
They're in
They're
the
going to the
NCAA.
Yeah, they're going to the regionals in Austin, Texas.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I had them down for golf. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, baseball.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later on. By the way, where the rumor is we might have Grand Canyon's baseball game as they go to Tucson Regional and whoop their butts as they continue on. But
how about that?
We'll cover all that a little bit later. So let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll find out what Phil's prognostication and his mastication and other Asians is when it comes to the Lakers versus the Suns tonight.
There's a lot of that.
And more of your texts, 888-368-1580. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in. And man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations. And they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic. You'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve. If you or someone you know needs assistance with benefits, health care and wellness, employment, or housing, visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veterans Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
This is Aaron Warby, owner of Online Trading Academy here in Arizona. Right now, we're seeing stock market highs in the face of economic lows. Election cycles are notorious for causing instability in the stock market. That's why we just finished developing our newest complimentary workshop, Protection from the Election. This 3-hour class will explore the strategies professional traders use to protect themselves against market downturns while allowing them to also profit from surging markets. Take control of your portfolio in these uncertain times. Register for this powerful workshop offered in Scottsdale, Chandler, and Peoria by calling 844-877-2337 or by texting the letters OTA to 31996. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Again, that is 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic is now your exclusive home for the 6-time world champion
Indoor Football League's Arizona Rattlers. Tune in to The Fanatic for all of the fast-paced, hard-hitting action.
Listen as the Arizona Rattlers vie for the playoffs and their 7th championship in team history. Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on your new home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. So like I said, The Grand Canyon University Mighty Lopes, they've been winning at baseball too. I mean, so now they got the WAC championship of baseball, the WAC championship in basketball. It's been a great year for Grand Canyon University. And as far as I have been led to believe, we shall carry the tournament for them this coming weekend. More about that as we get closer. But ASU, if you got a ping golf course out there, you better have good golfers.
Yeah.
The home of John Rahm, and ASU's been doing
Phil
pretty good there.
Mickelson. Yeah. John Rahm, Phil Mickelson, many others.
Now they're heading to the NCAA tournament, looking strong. So that was great. And then, of course, your Phoenix Suns won. As I've been trying to lay off the beer lately. Trying to maybe lose a little weight, right? But when I was sitting there watching the game, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put a couple of beer back in the fridge, and I moved it out of the way. So I was in the pantry, so I put a couple of beers back in the fridge, and I'm like, all right, so this is either going to numb my pain if they lose, or I'm going to celebrate when they win. And guess what, Phil? I got to celebrate. It was nice. It was nice. To be able to celebrate. Now, I don't remember, you giving a whole lot of, compassion when Chris Paul got hurt and
Yes,
the
I
Suns
did.
were missing a very important part of their team.
Wait, well, hold on.
I
They
don't
weren't
remember-
missing. When were they missing him?
He-
On the part
missing
where he was
every time he
supposed
was
to miss
sitting on
last
the-
game, and he said, "Hell to the no, to the no, no, no." on
Talking
that?
about before that, Phil, you're very loud. Anyway, so you didn't care so much when Chris Paul got hurt, and we didn't belabor that part at saying I think I said if Chris Paul doesn't come back, it's going to be impossible for the Suns to win, because it's not so much that he's like putting up tons of points. He is such an on the court leader, and he knows where to put the ball where it needs to be when it needs to be there to help this team win.
He's a great ball placer.
Very important. He can place his balls in the right place every time.
Yeah,
So when he got hurt, we were bummed, but I don't remember boo-hooing as much as Phil did and is about to about what happens in the.
Are you gonna
injuries.
boo-hoo about AD? Is that what you're gonna do?
He's absolutely going to boo-hoo about AD.
Well,
Go ahead, boo-hoo about AD.
AD's got a boo-boo, so therefore I have to boo-hoo. That's all that all goes directly to plan. Look, AD is questionable for tonight. I completely don't believe. I'm going forward with the assumption for any prediction tonight that he is not going to play. A strained groin is nothing to play on. You need your groin to go through life, whether or not it's life
You'll need that
functions.
groin later, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, you're going to need that at some point in life.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm
sure.
going to assume that this is the game plan, that at maximum, they're hoping for a virtuoso performance by LeBron James, maybe still a game here in Phoenix. And if not, we're heading to game 7, and it scares the living daylights out of me.
Does LeBron have it in him? Does he have it in him to LeBron it
Well,
into existence?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hear Phil saying that LeBron's only 70%.
I think it's load.
And when I've watched the highlights, because I can't watch the games, I'm a typical Phoenix Suns fan. I've been burned too many times. I cannot watch the games. It is not good for me to do that. So
I'm the only one who watched the whole game.
I have to.
The whole game, yes.
The game was on race day 2021, and that's not interrupted by anything. Nothing.
On a side note, I'm now the new West Phoenix district manager of Chili's. But go ahead.
What?
I went to like 3 different Chili's trying to find my friend, and we've just had a massive miscommunication of like, oh, I'm at this Chili's. No, you're at this Chili's. No, we're at this Chili's.
How dumb is your friend that they don't know where they're at?
Infuriatingly so.
Yeah.
Wow. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's his excuse when the Lakers lost, because he couldn't find his friend at Applebee's.
At the Chili's?
At Chili's.
No,
Okay.
maybe they were probably at Applebee's.
Distinctly different.
Chili.
Maybe back ribs.
Maybe. Anyway, so it depends on if LeBron, who's a fibber and teller of tales,
he's not a fibber.
about
Oh,
his
no,
his
He's
physicality.
very much a fibber.
Is he going to be healthy? Can he carry this team? I don't think so. I think at this point in his career, I don't think that he has what it takes to carry this team onto moving them onto against a team like the Phoenix Suns right now, especially if Chris Paul is playing well. And as we saw, he said to the camera and to the whole world, "I'm back."
Yep.
So we'll have to wait and see. I believe the Suns win tonight. I think the Suns will win tonight. game 6. We'll have to wait and see if AD can go.
So we have a new texter here on the text line, ladies and gentlemen, a new texter from the 310 area code.
Okay.
He
right.
says, without AD, the Lakers are done. D-O-N-E, done. Suns by 20 plus points tonight.
20.
And they will take a 3-2 lead. That brave prediction.
Now that's a way to announce yourself as a new texter.
Whether there was Chris Paul, whether there's AD, all these games, I don't think there's been a differential of more than 11. Well, I don't know what the actual distance between two scores were.
If the Suns produce like they did in this last game, and they continue to shoot as well as they did in this last game, I could see that happening.
So, but the last game, they only won by 8 points.
Well, I understand that, but if the Suns continue to shoot, and listen, and Devin Booker wasn't the deciding factor. It was Chris Paul, and they were moving it around, and we all saw what the rest of the team was doing. If the Suns continue to stay hot shooting, this series is over.
I wish I had a direct line. I could call up Monty Williams and say, "Hey, I got an idea. Don't let Crowder shoot anymore." Even though he found the 3 a couple of times on Sunday.
Even the resolving the final score of the game for the dagger.
But still, I'd rather somebody got a 2 than he brick a non-existent 3.
Mm-hmm.
I do not feel he's back. He dropped a couple threes. He played okay, but that guy is the starter that makes me the most nervous. That he maybe let some of these other guys come in there and play. Or if he starts, if he's cold, get him out of the way immediately. It's weird because during the regular season, he was money. He was no problem. But for some reason, the playoffs, from behind the arc, he can't get nothing.
Well, I mean, he played 35 minutes. He had 17 points. That's a good showing for him. Devin Booker only had 17 points. That was interesting. The thing that was very interesting also is the fact that DeAndre Ayton actually stood his ground underneath the net. You had Frank Kaminsky, which what did I say on this show last week? Put in the tank. Put Frank the tank. What did they do? They put him in. And guess what? Bammo.
Yep.
We got to win. We got to win. And underneath the hoop, it was a different story.
When did he do the majority of his damage?
I don't care.
In the second half when Anthony Davis was out?
I don't care when he did it. He did it.
He did it without the biggest imposing. He did it while there's a water bridge out there. Great tank.
So what you don't know, Phil, is what I saw in the first half. And it actually did prompt me to tweet, and that is about the inequities of the way the refs were calling this game. There was just such a load of garbage the way that was being called. Everything that the Suns do, any little ticky-tack thing. And then I sat there and I watched the Lakers get away with murder. Like, there's a foul, there's a foul, there's a foul, there's a foul. And nothing happened.
Yeah.
These Suns, a slight little misstep. Bro, we get out of here. It's foul, go to the line. It just, it was very uneven, which is why I maybe that's why the score was so close, because it had the refs called this game fairly. It probably would have been a larger margin of victory at the end.
Yeah, and for Frank Vogel needs to keep his mouth shut. For him to start egging on the referees in the media by saying the Lakers are being unfairly treated by the referee, just shut up. Just shut up. I've watched so many Laker games where the Lakers have these magical fouls that help them get out of games. Give me a break. Vogel, just sit down and shut up. You're not even the coach. You're figurehead. Let LeBron coach and do his job. You just shut up and sit down.
Yeah, it will go one way or the other for him. If he goes out there and calls out the refs for, those poor Lakers, and then they're like, dude, we were already doing what Adam Silver told us to do, make it as easy on the Lakers as possible. We can't, we do any more than that, we're all going to get arrested. It'll either be no change or it might go against the Lakers where they're like, what, screw you. We were already doing that. So we ain't doing that for you no more. How you like that, pal?
Well, and I hope that's the case. I hope these guys end up calling this thing fair tonight and through the rest of the series.
Yeah, me too.
The other thing that kind of points out to me
you don't, Phil.
how the Suns adapted. Remember the game before this, the points in the paint? The Suns got murdered. Well, this time the Suns had 44 points in the paint where the Lakers only had 36. Yes, AD was out in the second half. Yes, I understand that there was a hole there, but the Suns also did not give up as many turnovers to the Lakers. It was 15 turnovers. Where wasn't it like 20 something turnovers before this past
game? It was
game?
a lot of turnovers on the game.
I mean, it was just it was a crazy amount. They actually took care of the ball and they got some points in the paint. So it's good to see.
I blame Chris Paul the most because he had me promised that he was going to miss the game. And all of a sudden he says, hell to the nah. And he starts playing. And I'm like, well, I wonder what, there's that little bald spot over there. Yes, Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Chris Paul finally made his way and meandered onto the court and is helping lead these Phoenix Suns past my beloved Los Angeles Lakers and is personally, I almost want to expand upon the Phoenix Suns logo and then just put it on top of Chris Paul's head. I want to have the Phoenix Suns logo on his bald spot.
Whatever you do, that's up to you. There's going to be a Phoenix Suns logo right there. And if you want to have a tattoo of Chris Paul underneath it, by all means do.
And I just might, because he is the number one at fault for what happened to me on Sunday. And
that's what I do. If I blame somebody for something, I make sure I tattoo their body unnecessarily on my arm.
I am next level petty.
There
I will do it.
So listen, new texter 8540, go ahead and give us what your nickname is. You can pick a cool new nickname for yourself. You've never gotten to do that before in life. Or Randy has a fine selection of potential texter nicknames for you to choose from. You just got to let us know what you want, or just tell us a little bit about yourself. And maybe we can hook you up with a texter nickname that way.
Absolutely.
Boogie says, quick shout out to Phoenix College softball team. Just won the national championship yesterday.
Wow.
Boy, those girls balled out. It's their 9th national championship under Coach Mueller.
Well, congratulations. That's fantastic.
And Boomer Sooner says, guys, as we speak, Oklahoma men's golf team is in the NCAA semifinal matches at Grayhawk Country Club in Scottsdale. I think they play tomorrow and Thursday, the finals for the NCAA Division I and National Championship. Randy, can I get a cold beer and a little Boomer Sooner to root those men on? Well, hold on. Are they playing ASU?
I think so.
Then no Boomer Sooner on this one. You can't.
I was
you
just
can't
gonna,
do it.
I was going to say.
You can't do it, Boomer Sooner, because we're ASU fans up in here. He can Boomer Sooner you any other time, but not if they're not going up against ASU. That's one thing.
How about if I do this? Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner.
There you go. That's equal. I'd say that's equal time.
Equal time.
What do you think?
Fair time. Yes, we did have a politician in here today, so that's something we need to practice.
Thunder Snow says, "Suck it, Phil." Practice that. Fed fan. Yeah, she wants you to. What is he supposed to do with that? Shut up, Phil. Are you going to send that to the station so we can glue it to the wall? I mean, is she actually I don't know. It's like she 3D printed out some actual "Shut up, Phil."
Interesting.
I'll show you it.
That means that she likes you, though.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Kyle G says losing Davis is huge for the Lakers. He's the focus of their offense and their defense. I think if LeBron tries to do everything, then the team's going to break down. Drummond and Schroeder, those guys are the key tonight. Keep them under control, and the Suns will win by 10. Oh, that little scrotum. That guy.
You mean Schroeder?
He's a shooter.
Schroeder.
Yeah, scrotum. He's, I
think you said scrotum. You meant Schroeder.
Didn't I say that?
No, you said Schroeder.
Scrotum.
No, Schroeder.
That's what I said.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know where the hang up is on this, but little Scrody there. He's
see, there goes again. You said scrotum.
Scrody.
No, you said Scrody.
Schroeder.
Yeah.
Scrotum.
No, now you just did it again.
I don't know what you're hearing. This is like that whole Yanni Laurel. I don't know what you're hearing, but I'm saying it right. Scrotum. I totally said the dude's name right.
No, you said scrotum. You meant Schroeder.
No, that's what I said.
The man's name is German in
Laurel.
nature.
Schroeder.
Yanni. Scrotum.
No.
Let's see. Lakers, Baker Skokie Hinn says, Lakers suck. Phil sucks. Bridge or Cam Johnson or apparently hated Crowder go off tonight with 5+ threes.
Okay.
Well, please don't. Probably Crowder after that flat earth stomped on the Celtics logo and was afraid of a water bottle. By the way, it's not about being afraid of a water bottle, Baker's Cocky Hens. But again, over the weekend, the fans just out of control. We'll talk about that in a second. Senior Wake and Bake says, Phil, you foolish ass backpedaler. Go Suns. Foolish ass backpedaler.
Foolish ass backpedaler.
Helaman Mike says, I thought it was a steaming pile of Phil. Isn't that what I said? Did you see where DeAndre Ayton is the first player in history to average a double-double and shoot over 70% in 4 consecutive playoff games? I think the light might have just finally come on for this guy.
Well,
I also believe this is just this series is giving the young Suns the experience they're going to need going forward.
I will say this: I was on the 1580 The Fanatic website, and on there you can get different news and articles from around the world of sports. And there was one in there how impressed Monty has been with DeAndre Ayton, and talking about how he's really tuned into Chris Paul and the coaching staff and some of the other more experienced veterans on the team, learning everything he can. He says he's been like a sponge and he's really locked in. So he's been very impressed with DA, and he expects him to really just continue to progress, go to the next level, and also get a huge contract. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays
All right.
out.
Well, I guess progress is nice, but I want to see aggression. I
Well,
want to see him, and I haven't seen it. He's not been aggressive.
Well, I understand what you're saying. I'm just from that article, I thought it was very interesting what Monty Williams was, what he walked away with, what kind of information he was sharing about DeAndre Ayton and how he goes about preparing for these games. So
nice guy, sweet guy, too nice. Stop being so damn nice. By the way, since you missed the first half of the game, Phil, you missed the baby passing the ball to himself, and there was no call for traveling.
Why does that not count as an assist?
You can't do that. That's traveling. That's against the rules, man. But yeah, talk about not getting away with nothing. The Suns, boy, they just looked at somebody wrong when they got a foul.
Yeah.
The baby got to. He turned around. He's like, "Hey, here's the ball." He's like, "Oh crap, there's nobody there." So then he grabbed the ball. So you can't do that. You can't pass yourself the damn ball. Oh, really? Fed fan says, Jeffrey, you can't tell by the picture, but the colors are dark purple and gold. So it's Lakers purple and gold that says "Shut up, Phil."
Wow, she's put a lot of thought into that.
There's a
for
lot
you.
of thought
Yeah.
and care. I appreciate this, Fed fan. I appreciate it. It's very thoughtful, if not.
I'm going to put it on the
insulting.
backboard behind me.
Oh,
there.
good.
She says, I'm going to put these letters in some sort of background. I haven't quite figured out what it's going to be yet, but it's done. I'll mail it to you. Large Marge says, Suns shocked the world. This is so fun. Suns are playing with house money. LA team has all the expectations on them. So let her rip, Tater Chip.
I don't know. The Suns are favored by 4.5 tonight going into the game. We'll see. We'll see.
We have another new texter here on the text line.
Ooh, we're just drawing them out like
1597 says, new texter. Well, we already have somebody named new texter in the text line, so you're going to need to pick a different name.
Yeah.
Although we do appreciate that idea.
What was the one you were? What was the one you were looking for?
I don't remember.
Was it Obi?
Obi
Toppin?
Obi.
You wanted an Obi.
I want an Obi. You get Obi something. I don't know.
There you go.
Okay. 1597. You want to be Obi?
Are you offering anything in return at this moment, Jeffrey?
Oh, he says Tank Waits, the nickname. Remember the Don't Feed Phil? I don't know what this.
Remember to not feed Phil. I'd imagine his face.
If this is another
Taint
burner
Wait.
number, Steve, we don't want anything to do with it. Not well. I'm talking about your old Bear Down Steve. He used to use all these burner phone numbers, and he tried to sneak in as other people. Yeah, I'm suspicious of this one.
What was the one?
Shooter, not shooter.
No, it was something Rick.
Yeah,
Pickle Rick?
No, it wasn't Pickle Rick.
Pick my Rick?
No.
We probably should take a break.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll sort this out. We'll come back. We are going to talk a little bit more about the Suns.
Slick Rick.
That's
was
right.
it.
That turned out to be him. Well, this is probably him. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
I'm Cisco Miranda, owner of Miranda Delivery Service. As a business owner, my job is to provide the best quality service for our customers. Affinity Technology helped us reinvent our business processes, using technology to make us more efficient. I didn't know I needed technology consulting, but my ROI has been off the charts. Affinity Technology has saved us more than 80 man-hours a week and has helped me get back to what I do best, focus on my customers. Visit atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com and see how better technology processes can help your small business.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Are you seeing what is going on in the home buying market right now? Unbelievable. Not enough inventory, and there is a ton of demand. Some of these homes are getting 30, 40, 50 offers on them. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to differentiate yourself from the other buyers who are in line? I have a way. Use the Lund Mortgage Team. Lund Mortgage Team is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience right here in the Valley. They have a great reputation, and it is a trustworthy pre-approval. And on top of that, they are quick. That's one of the things. You got to come equipped and be ready to buy. So what you need to do is make that first phone call to 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Get that pre-approval going, and then get yourself ready to go buy that home of your dreams. Go online, lundmortgageteam.com, or call 623-875-9940.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve. With our affordable Open for Business advertising package, you'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. All right, this new texter 1597 sent in the picture "Don't Feed Phil."
Yeah,
it's got a picture of Bam Margera's dad.
Okay,
I guess there was a thing they used to. I never watched the Jackass, but I recognize that dude's face.
All right,
so yeah, I'm sure it was amazing, but I don't remember it.
Was his dad's name Phil?
Yeah. That's why it says don't feed Phil. So now, come on, you can do better than that. Come up with something. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, 1597, and maybe we can help you out. Evil Berg, no more. That's right, the Berg, who texted in a little bit ago. Go Suns. He's back in the fold. He actually had a tweet today I thought was actually kind of interesting.
Okay.
He says, "All right, get rid of one of these forever," and then say why. You have to get rid of the wave. When the crowd does the wave, or the t-shirt toss. Which one would you get rid of forever?
The wave, not even a thought.
Yeah,
the wave.
Yeah, me too. Because I've thought about it as every time somebody's shooting the damn t-shirt gun, and I've shot a t-shirt gun in the past. Oh my god, that's fun.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And you're like, but after the last one, you always get booed. Because there's no more, and they're like, boo! You're like, you were my best friend 3 seconds ago until I ran a t-shirt.
That's exactly right.
Greedy little bastards. Anyway, here's the if I'm in the stands, I hate the wave. I do not participate, and I don't mind the t-shirt toss, except for I've not ever caught a t-shirt.
Oh no, they always go for the kids. You got to be 12 and under.
I don't know if that's true.
If I get try to get shorter.
Yeah, maybe shave really close that day.
See, I've caught a t-shirt and I gave it to a kid because the t-shirts are like way too small for you anyway.
Yeah. I don't care about the actual shirt. I just want to catch one.
Jeffrey, have you ever worn a hat with that little spinning, rotating?
No.
Yeah.
Should I get one of those?
You should. That would help.
I don't think that's going to fool anybody outside of 1930.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know how we got on that. Large Marge says Lakers are the defending champions, and nobody has watched the Suns since 2007 when Nash got checked in the boards. Dummy says, yeah, but Suns are 4-point favorites. The entire world expects the Lakers to win, but the pressure is on the Suns because of a 2-bucket spread. Really, you're a moron, Phil.
Thank you. Nobody expects the Lakers to win this one. They expect them to win the next one, force a game 7, and then who knows? May the best man win. But nobody expects the Lakers to win tonight. There's a reason why it's called home court. And there's also another motivating factor of the home crowd. It's certainly in favor of the Phoenix Suns. They have an actual home field advantage.
I don't know. The first game, I would agree. Game 1. Game 2, there were an awful lot of Laker fans up in there. So home court, I don't know if that's a true statement, Philly.
No, it is a true home court advantage. It's not like going to a D-backs game like I did yesterday, where it was a sea of blue until like the 8th inning because they had a chance of getting all the Mets fans out of there.
You got to see probably one of the best, if not the best, baseball pitcher in the game today.
Absolutely. Jacob deGrom cut another slice down off of his ERA while the other starter for us just went up and up and up on his ERA.
He was throwing him. He had many above 100 miles an hour.
It was beautiful.
Just glad, though, Diamondback fans, that you stopped the 13-game skid with a win over the weekend. And, of course, then they're right back to starting a new skid. But
I mean, there's still time before the All-Star break. We could be the worst team in baseball before the All-Star break.
It was funny because one of the vendors going up and down, bear, was complaining because God, another inning down. This game's going by too fast because they weren't able to get any cells in.
Did you shout, "Are you Hefty Lefty"?
No, you know what?
No, wait, not Hefty Lefty. Who is
Faded
it?
Hero Icon?
Is it? Oh, I can't remember which one of these guys.
I was going to text you, but then I thought that might be too much. I was in the bleachers, so I wasn't sure if they were over there.
Wait, who's the beer guy again?
I'm
not
trying
Hefty
to think.
Lefty.
No.
Oh, dang it. I really apologize. Is it Baker's Cocky Hens? Helo and Mike? Ooh.
I don't remember.
All right.
I was going to text you, but then I thought
super fan that actually sells beer at the game. Please let me know. 1597 says Lakers lose the series. Phil's wears a sun speedo while lathering up the gorilla in the Diamondbacks pool.
Now that I would do, but
we
there's
already
no bet
have a bet
on that.
Yeah, we've already got a bet that's on the table.
I would do that even if the Lakers win.
Wow.
Me and what's his name? Sonny? Is his name Sonny? Do we know what the Lakers
Suns gorilla?
The Suns gorilla's name is?
Gorilla.
No, it's not. It can't be just gorilla.
It's just a gorilla. The gorilla.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lather up a gorilla named
It's
Gorilla.
The gorilla. Yeah.
I guess there's been worse names.
I'm just gonna lay low. There's too many jokes. Lacrosse guy, we get it. We know. We're working on it. I promise you, this is we already know about some of the tech issues. C-Hack says made these two bets after game 1 of the series. Go Suns. All right, let's see.
What are we
here.
looking at?
Trying to see the screen here. You bet $150 to win $115. I think on the Suns to win the series at minus 130. And I don't know. I don't speak bet ease, C-Hack. And then the other one was to win the NBA championship, 15-1 odds. Put down 150 to win 2,200. So
that's good.
Cool, man. Random texture says, Jeffrey, which is worse, being a fan of warm, flat beer or the Lakers? Oh,
Wow.
Well, see, I like room temperature Guinness, but that's not the same because it's not flat. Warm, flat beer or the Lakers, Randy? I really don't know. They're both horrible.
Yeah.
You guys are horrible for even
I would
considering this.
I think I would be more of a fan of a warm, flat beer.
Yeah, because at least you still get
Yeah.
the alcohol.
Right.
From the Lakers, you get
Nothing.
Yeah. Kyle G says, keep the t-shirt cannon. It can double as a stupid fan deterrent.
That could be.
Start hitting these jackasses. Sorry, they're throwing stuff and
Yeah.
running out onto the court.
There we go.
Yeah, we had some people do that. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Skull says the Phoenix Suns gorilla's name is Go.
I don't think so.
that's true.
I
So
think it's
it'd be
the gorilla.
me, lather, and go.
Baker's Cocky
No.
Hen says
The gorilla.
if the earth is flat, is traveling a real penalty? Let's call I don't get that. He says, how about you pull some damn strings and get me tickets to tonight's game for being Ricky Bobby in the NCAA tournament there. And me and my son will not throw anything at the players, but LeBron will flop from my words because he's a millennial biatch. Yeah, we don't have tickets to give you. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. You can show up the door and say, Jeffrey O'Brien sent me. See what it gets you.
If we had that type of pull, I'd be going to the game.
Heelman Mike says, Randy, although it was a boring race won by Kyle Larson,
Yeah,
you
dominant.
failed to mention that Hendrick Motorsports passed Petty Enterprises for most team wins in Cup history.
Well, yes, I was going to mention that, but I was going to save that for the race setup. Thank you. Thank you for taking
Way to
away my
go.
steam.
Way to go, Heelman Mike. You
No,
just
you're-
ruined the show
Now
this week.
Now there's no need to even.
No need for me to even do the race
show.
setup now. No, it's a
got
very
awkward.
good point, Hela Ben Mike. Very good point. And the funny thing about it, it's not even funny. The significant point is when here's a little history for you. Rick Hendrick started driving before he owned teams, and before he is who he is today. He was driving the number 5 Chevrolet in NASCAR before he retired and started owning the team, which was the number 5 team. And Ricky Hendrick, his son, drove the 5 car as well. So to have Kyle Larson break that record in the 5 Hendrick Chevrolet was very, very poignant indeed.
Lacrosse guy, gotcha. Thank you. 888-368-1580. Rough Rob says maybe somebody will Nancy Kerrigan LeBron.
Wow.
Well, why would you want that? I want
way.
a healthy Lakers team against a healthy Suns team. I want it to be a fair fight. So Phil can't do what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Boo-hooing about the injuries, saying, well, there's no way now.
I didn't say there's no way. I do think it'll go to a game 7, and I'm just worried as all get out.
Box of Screws is right. Scrotum has been annoyingly good this series. If we shut him down,
Schroeder.
The game goes the Suns' way tonight.
Dennis Schroeder.
So I said Scrotum. Boomer Sooner says, shut up, Phil. And by the way, ASU and OKC, they are not playing each other yet, but they're both in the top 4. They're both in the semifinals.
Yeah.
Kiss the Cook says, wait, what? My beloved Lakers, Phil? How much brown is on Phil's nose right now? Blow it out your wazoo there, Phil.
Look, me and the Lakers are synonymous with each other.
Wow.
Champions, legacy-inducing,
Bandwagon
historical,
some bitch is what it really, if you
championship medal, legendary.
are. Championship
Which way do you wanna
bandwagoner.
go?
I mean, you just became a Suns fan this year. Like, it's only been a few years that most people are even Seahawks fans. You know, they all bandwagoned in on that one on their Super Bowl run.
You know, I've been known. People have called me Philip Buss from time to time.
Nobody's called you Philip Buss, you liar. Yeah. Anyway, what was it?
Philip Buss.
Lacrosse guy. I'm sorry. Mr. Wilbur says, great. So now Randy's only going to have a 4-day work week.
Yeah.
Where's his weather reports? Is it just hot? Is that it? Just say hot and that's your weather report?
Jeez.
Well, I could give you a weather report from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Sunshine and hot temperatures, 106 by the middle of this week. 106.
It was 104 yesterday.
Yeah, it's when I came in from lunch a while ago, it was 103. 106.
I do not approve of this.
However, this weekend it will get down by Sunday. We'll get down into the 90s once again, the upper 90s.
Phil, you have air conditioning. Just go hit a button.
Yeah, it's 103 right now in Scottsdale from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Randy White, back to you, Jeffco.
Thank you, Randy. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I bet that loser New Yoke, a down the dial, has that Cole. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wow.
Love you guys, and let's beat the Lakers straight up. AD couldn't even beat the aliens in Space Jam because he's always hurt.
Yeah. Well,
I assume he probably dies in the movie.
I hope so. I mean,
wow. It just came right out, didn't it?
Did I say that?
Boogie says, would you rather be a Laker fan or let Phil wear Speedos every Friday?
Ooh.
Let Phil wear Speedos.
Yeah, we could fire him. He can do whatever he wants.
Right.
Yeah. Heelabin Mike says, I want them healthy. So when they lose, they collapse into their own puddle of tears.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
exactly.
true.
That's the heart of a champion wants their opponent to be a good fighting shape. At least make it a fair, if not equal fight. Make it a good fight.
To be the best, you have to beat the best. Remember the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2001 had to beat the New York Yankees. You didn't want the team to be hurt. You wanted to win it outright, and they did.
I kind of wanted them to be hurt. I hate the Yankees.
Well,
yeah,
that is true.
Lost Toby says, so can we fast forward to the part where we talk for a week about how LeBron's early playoff exit will or won't tarnish his legacy? Well, I'm looking forward to that point, but I don't think we're going to talk about that because it's not a tarnish. If the Lakers lose, it's, the conversation becomes, maybe it's time for him to hang it up.
No, stop it.
He ain't got that LeBron-ness.
Stop it.
You said yourself, he's young LeBron could power through and win. You're not so sure
A
about
healthy
current day
LeBron
LeBron.
can power through
That's
and
true.
win.
Yeah, he's plenty healthy. He's just getting old, my friend. Getting old. All right, guys, 1 hour down and 2 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Contractors, are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. Serving all types of contractors of any size, licensed in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
Jess's 30-minute bike boot camp? I guess it's that kind of day.
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
I am.
We'll start the class on the bike and then move to the floor. Let's get it.
With Peloton instructors right in your home,
Are you feeling it yet? Let's keep pushing for 5.
you have motivation that's ready when you are.
Clip off that bike and meet me on the mat for lunges.
I got this.
You showed up today, Peloton. Who's feeling sweaty and strong?
Definitely me.
Tap into your motivation at onepeloton.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. That's 800-807-1981.
Uncertain times can lead to fearful investing, which could leave you in a bad spot, especially if you're trading on emotion. When tumult opens and closes the market, you need sound advice.
Hello, I'm Mo Ansari, host of Market Wrap and president of Compact Asset Management. If fear has you in its grips, it's time to take a look at your investments. At Compact Asset Management, we specialize in providing complete wealth management solutions to help you reach your financial goals, no matter where the market goes. Dial pound 250 on your cell phone and say, talk to Mo for a free portfolio review. We will also discuss how we can work together to create your customized retirement plan. Call pound 250 on the cell phone and say talk to Mo, and let us help you take the fear out of your portfolio. Again, call pound 250 on the cell phone and say talk to Mo.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Quiet, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons. We're all here in the Harmon Solar Studio in Scottsdale. You guys are on the text line, 888-368-1580. All right, just to start out, we know that we're having some glitches on our technical end. I would direct you guys, if you haven't done it yet, get the app. That's right. Go to 1580fanatic.com. Get our app either for your iPhone or for your Droid and listen to us through there without any interruptions. There's some stuff that's going on with some of our tech stuff. I'm not going to bore you with the details. We're all completely aware of it, and we're working on it, doing the best we can. So, hang in there. But if it gets to be too much, go to the app. That's the way you can keep your Daily Blender fix going here on this wonderful Tuesday afternoon where we got a brand new series. It's 0-0 all over again. Suns versus Lakers. That is tonight at 7 o'clock. And boy, I got to tell you, to be fair, the Lakers look flat. They looked very flat on Sunday, even before AD got hurt. So, I mean, I don't know if AD would have made the difference in that game or not, But yeah, they were tired. They were flat. Here's the thing: not everybody on that squad is old. Just LeBron. I think LeBron's getting too old for this bleep. I'm getting too old for this bleep.
Well, I mean, but LeBron hasn't been. I mean, he should be well rested. He had that quote unquote injury. He was out for what, 3 weeks?
What are you talking about? Them looking old and flat?
Just LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah. And listen, I'm getting too old for that bleep. And you know, I can get plenty of rest and still be exhausted. So I listen. I understand LeBron. Him and I are pretty much the same age. So, you know, it's maybe time to hang it up, LeBron. All I got to do is stand here and talk and do the dancing, slapping monkey show. But he has to physically run up and down the court. And now he has to carry this entire team on his back again. But I don't think he's got it. I think he's just too old now.
Are you insinuating that LeBron James is nearly 50 years old?
I was trying to hope maybe people think I was 36, but I guess that's not going to happen.
Not now.
Listen, if DeAndre Ayton looks like a 50-year-old man, LeBron is playing like a 50-year-old man.
All
He's
right.
not, I wish a 50-year-old were playing as well as that man's playing. Are you kidding me?
You haven't seen my pal Jeffrey play.
I guess I haven't.
Uh-huh.
Look, were you
It's a
thinking
sight
that
to
they were
behold.
old
It is
and,
something for
and
about
flat
30
and,
seconds.
and lifeless when they had a 10-point lead in the second half? Was that when they looked flat and lifeless? No, they just slowly started to lose motivation once they're.
You didn't watch the first half.
I can see the rest of the stats. I can see at that point the game cast and
You didn't see the first half. It doesn't matter what the score was.
If they were up
Two
by
things
10,
I was noticing: the officiating again was garbage.
The officiating kept the
favoring
Lakers in the game. Yeah.
And the other part was as I was watching, I'm just kind of like, that this seems a little bit
flaccid,
flat. Yeah,
a little flaccid,
a little bit limp.
Yeah.
Large Marge says, Phil, stop defending that corpse. By the way, we made him look flat.
Little
not a
flaccid.
corpse. It's not a corpse.
So anyway, we're excited about tonight. Oh, by the way, hey, listen, remember last week we talked about the cicadas? Does anybody have any of those? Are they in Arizona? I've not heard any of them.
I don't know. I think that they would probably not because they wouldn't last long. They'd be just cooked out on the side of the sidewalk.
That's probably for the better. They get annoying to me to hear that. I've heard it before, and I was like, "What the hell is going on here?" And then people are like, "Hey, we got to eat these things." And some news lady ate some, and yeah, that's gross.
I still don't understand what the big push is to eat cicadas.
It's protein. Well, yeah, if it's
good protein.
Yeah,
So's
we got
cow.
to wait for 17 years to get.
Yeah, but cows fart. Cicadas don't fart.
Yeah, you only get them every 17 years. And listen, I get cicadas need to make all that noise so they can find each other and mate because obviously it's hard for them to find each other in seas of cicadas. But here's a weird thing that now this is coming out. There was like cicadas are wonderful. We should eat them. Really? How about this? They're all got a little R. Kelly in them. Every one of them. Yeah, they pee on you.
My mind's telling me no.
Yeah, they might be doing it on purpose. One of the world's leading cicada experts talked about this, and they say it's not technically urine, but it's kind of like that. When they overhydrate, then they have to expel liquid from their body, and sometimes they'll squirt it at birds or people as a defense mechanism. So they go the full R. Kelly if you get too close.
Wow, that's a good. Maybe I'll add that to my repertoire.
Won't
My
hurt you.
fighting. As I'm stripping down. As somebody who's bigger than me just comes
Phil.
to attack me.
No,
I'll
so
just
you're
begin
gonna
to urinate and
No, Phil.
use the
I
only
don't want to
pistol
hear
I got.
about this. Don't want to hear about this in your Derringer.
No.
Thank you.
Use the long range
Uh,
rifle that God gave me.
So it's grotesque. It's gross, but it probably won't hurt you. So, but yeah. Anyways, so now if you're walking under a tree full of cicadas, you're getting R. Kelly done. That's the thing. So I'm glad we don't have them around here.
Yeah, you ever walked around and you just feel something wet and you're just, oh, is it? And you look up and it's clear as day, clear skies above.
Something's up.
Something peed on you.
Kind of like in the basketball game when somebody I think spit something at Trae Young. You remember?
Yeah.
He's like, "What the heck?" And
Do you guys-
50 Cent was there, and he's like, "What? Did you get something?" He's like, "What's going on here?"
Do you guys understand that video? They always zoom in on it, and then they zoom in on like this person's shorts. You're looking at those little aglets at the
Excuse
pelvic
me?
region of the person's shorts, and they expect you to see something.
What did you
And
call
I don't
those?
know what they're called. Aglets. That's actually the technical term of what they are called.
Aglets.
Aglets. It's the end of your shoestring.
Uh-huh. All right. Is that what you're calling it this week?
Yes.
All
And the aglets, and they zoom in on it, and you're supposed to see something. I don't know what it is that they expect you to see, but there's nothing there.
What the hell is he talking about?
I don't know.
Whenever they show you the close up of
Something
the fan
about
spitting on
aglets
Trey
and
Young.
shoestrings.
All right, shut up, Phil. So here's what happened. So during the game,
Yeah.
people are spitting
Yeah.
and throwing popcorn, and we think, okay, well now that's got to be the end of it. Now, nobody's going to act up anymore. And so now the other day, somebody throws a water bottle at Kyrie Irving
Yeah.
after the Nets, win Game 4 in Boston. There,
Yeah.
this 21-year-old kid named Cole Buckley who had a Kevin Garnett shirt on, and he got arrested. He got
Well,
arrested
good.
for assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon.
Good. It's about time.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess people were mad because what was this Kyrie stomping on the Lucky logo? Yeah, he
Well,
was just went out there and started doing one of these things.
Yeah, he went out there and he did the old smash the cigarette step on the logo, and that's what's going on. The NFL, they're doing it out there too. It's a sign of disrespect for the other team. That's what I mean. All this bat flipping and all this chatter and all this business, it's all disrespect. I don't understand where there's a place for it.
Okay.
All it is stupid.
Even if it is disrespectful, it doesn't merit getting thrown a water bottle at. That is a could
I agree
potentially be a
100%.
harmful
But do you expect somebody not to react? Somebody who loves the Celtics, and you know how rabid those Boston fans are, and how rabid Yankee fans are, and how rabid Philly fans. If you go out and destroy or disrespect their team, you think they're not going? Hell, Philadelphia threw batteries at Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa.
Yeah, yes, I do expect them to act like they're civilized people and in a sporting event that they should have no bearing on.
It was a water bottle.
It was a water bottle,
Yeah.
exactly. If that gets into
Now-
his eye, it could poke it out. It could do a lot of damage. If there was water on it, it could hurt somebody. You can get a concussion in the way.
Here's the thing, though. You can't have that. You can't have anybody throwing anything at anybody from the stands. So for them to say, okay, it's assault with a deadly weapon or whatever they want to say about it, and for this kid to get banned for life from the arena, all the above, absolutely appropriate. You got to come down heavy and hard on whoever is crossing that line, because who knows what it'll be the next time. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just a water bottle. Conor McGregor threw a water bottle, and he got fined a shitload of money, and he had to answer to some local police as well. So, water bottle, I mean, between you and me, I doubt it could do any real damage, but it could hurt. And
Oh, sure it could.
you just can't be doing that kind of nonsense. So then there's also this fan who ran on the court during the Washington Wizards game for a win over Philadelphia 76ers. And I don't know what he was up to, but I'll tell you what, that security guy that tackled him, he was on him before he got anywhere near the court. In fact, he tackled him off the court, and they slid onto the court, which stopped play. And it was just full speed. He was just going right down from the grandstands. We went past several rows of courtside seats, and then this guy just bam took him down.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
goodness
on
they
him.
did. Thank goodness they did. Dwight
Yeah.
Howard was the next nearest person. If that security guard missed, Dwight Howard was right there. You can even hear whenever Bradley Beal talked about it, whenever he had comments on it saying, hey, are you worried about fan interaction? Are you worried for your own self wellness and such? And he's like, I don't want to get too hood on you, but no, we know that they're not going to go one-on-one against me. Where I don't feel threatened.
But here's the thing: who knows what somebody has in their pocket? Who knows what their bad intent could be?
Yeah.
And also, follow the bouncing ball. Some guy comes running down, gets into an altercation, or even if it's a on the way to the tunnel altercation with a fan. And then suddenly other fans get gunged up, and now it's out of control. And
Yeah.
You've got a mob,
Yeah,
and
no
there's
kidding.
one player in the middle of it trying to fight his way out. The whole thing could get very ugly
Well,
very fast,
yeah.
depending on who this person is, what they're doing, you know what I'm saying, which team
Yeah.
they're supporting.
One player and a lot of innocent people that are involved in a bad situation they did not intend to be involved in.
Yeah, Lost Toby says he ran through the court and ran to the net.
Yeah, he touched the side of the backboard.
So he came up and he tried to get to the backboard, and that's when the guy took him down.
Yeah, so he
behind.
He runs from the side, from the corner arc, if we will. He makes a loop and
Okay.
he taps the top of the sideboard, and as soon as he lands, the guy careens
So
on
he
him.
plowed him, is what he did.
He plowed him. He got him
Oh, I
about
thought he
mid-rib.
came up behind him.
No,
And
no.
so he came around, because I didn't see where he did that part. All I saw was here they come sliding out onto
Yeah.
the court.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for that, Lost Toby. Anyway,
River
so now you got people throwing crap. First popcorn, okay, well that's cute, no harm, no foul.
Well.
Water bottle, okay, well that guy's got to go. This is getting ridiculous. Every game it seems like somebody is getting out of control. Is it because we forgot how to act because we were all sitting in our houses during COVID?
I don't know about
What is
that.
going on with fans where they feel so emboldened that they can do this nonsense?
Boy, I wish I knew the answer. Then I could help resolve the problem. But you know what this is leading to is what we've already talked about. There's going to be some sort of separation around the court, around the players to keep them isolated. I mean, if I was an owner and this kind of stuff was going on, I wouldn't want to put my guys out there.
Yeah, keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Keep doing this stuff. Keep this interaction up with the people on the court. Keep endangering them and the people surrounding them and the security people, personnel. Keep doing it, and we'll see what happens.
There's got to be a better way to go about this. I mean, go to the game, and if you don't like the other team, boo. Heckle within reason.
I like how you're
You know what
trying
I mean?
to reason with crazy people.
But
I had a crazy ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
I could never reason with her. Although I made some great points. I won every argument for as far as I knew, but it never made a damn bit of difference. You can't reason with the unreasonable.
That's true.
And I listen. 99% of all grown-up human beings who pay for a ticket to go watch a sporting event, they understand.
So
they understand what you're saying, but it's for that. Remember, we had the same conversation about the Nets. It's not for the real sports fan, somebody who's going to actually watch the game. You got to protect the moron that sits there on his phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that. I'm at a game. Oh, you watch it? No, I'm talking to you. So it's for that moron to not get clocked by a 90-mile-an-hour foul ball. It's for the idiot who decides to screw up. So now reverse this when it comes to basketball. We're protecting the players. You got to protect the players.
Well, players, you're going to have some sort of instrument in the way, Jeffrey, to more
and
nets.
I've got it. No, it's not a net thing. Here's what it is. You need a sort of a buffer, kind of like what the Rattlers have. Like where there's boards. There's
you could still throw a bottle of water over there.
Well, okay, I can't do anything with you on the water. I got you on that. But I'm just saying throwing of water and throwing of the popcorn, those were different things. This guy running out there, people who are getting into close arguments
proximity,
we got to separate the crowd from the players.
We're going to get to a point where every performer, every athlete, everybody, whoever you go to see in concert and live events, whether it be sports or otherwise, is going to be protected in a Pope mobile.
Yeah, and you know what? Monica Seles got stabbed by a guy who just ran out of the court and just shanked her right there.
Yeah.
So I don't like it, but it's probably something that needs to happen. So if there is a disturbance, there is a cushion of space and a material that gives security enough time to leap into action.
Yeah.
So, as far as throwing stuff,
well, please hear my heart here, but the disciplines for people that cross the line need to be harsh.
Oh, to the utmost extent of the law.
So that everybody else who might be thinking of something stupid will see this and go, well, maybe I shouldn't get involved in something like
arrest that guy. I want to hear that guy's name. I want to know where he works.
Well,
I want to see
an arrest, some time served, and perhaps a hefty fine.
Yeah, I agree with that, but unfortunately, we can't count on everybody to be grown-ups, and I'd rather just see us put some barriers between the players and the public to protect the players.
It's going to be all hockey all the time, where there's plexiglass all around the way, and we're going to have that barrier.
Hillabin Mike says it's because truth, integrity, and honor mean nothing to about half of this bat bleep crazy country anymore.
That's true.
Probably more than half, Hillabin Mike. Phil learned that word from Phineas and Ferb. The aglet goes into the eyelet.
Absolutely. And you're 100% right.
Kiss the Cook says, whoa, I got to disagree with you on this one, Jeffrey. If an NFL ref's flag can blind a player, what makes you think a water bottle thrown by a fan can't injure a player? Well, the flag in the eye, that was a fluke. That was a freak thing. And
accidents happen.
And I'm not saying you can't hurt somebody with a bottle of water. I'm not saying that. I'll say it's not that likely that you're going to do anything serious.
Well, also keep in mind, what if it's not an empty water bottle?
Well,
that has some weight to it then.
Yeah, I was actually expecting it to be full. Oh, I was
Yeah.
actually expected to be full. And maybe you're right. I don't think I've ever been clocked by a full water bottle.
No, I know I haven't.
I got one right here.
No, that's in. Oh,
They're very soft and squishy. Maybe that's why I'm thinking it's no big
Yeah,
deal.
but when they're full though.
Well,
Yeah.
think of it, especially if it's like a Dasani water bottle. Those things are, ooh,
Those are
unbendable.
hardcore.
Yeah, those are hard.
Fair enough, Helibin, whoever it was that said Kiss the Cook. Let's see. Fed fan says we need Liam Neeson working security. He'd take people out like he did in the movie Taken.
That could be. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we don't need to kill these people.
Maybe,
We
maybe we can incorporate Randy's idea, put snipers up in the rafters, and then
Yeah,
as soon as they
there we
come
go.
onto the court,
Mhm.
bam,
Yeah,
tranquilize
paintball
them.
snipers.
Yeah, just drop them.
Fed fan also says, Phil, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You let it loose and it'll defend itself. And Phil, sons are metaphorically lions.
Well, I
Go
think-
Suns.
Well, one of us is lying, that's for sure.
Oh, brother. So now football is watching all this happen with the basketball, and they're like, "Hey, I got news for you. We will absolutely pursue all consequences. If you screw up, we're going to make sure you suffer. Don't mess up at an NFL football game."
Well, it's like that Nimrod at the Super Bowl that had
The
a shirt off.
streaker.
Yeah, the streaker guy.
Saw his bare booty cheeks.
Yeah, well, it was more about like the Patriots fan who threw a beer at Tyreek Hill, and he got banned from Gillette forever. But yeah, all these different things that are happening, yeah, come down on them like an anvil, and the next guy might not do anything.
Yeah.
Navy Devil says a lot of venues will keep the caps from water bottles when you buy them at the venue. Oh, I said that way when the bottle hits you, it expresses the water and it's like a cushion. It's not as bad. Educated sports dude says cicadas come out when it gets hotter and more humid, usually in late June, early July. Anyone having power outage issues in East Mesa, by the way? We don't know. We're not in East Mesa. I hope not. That sucks. Good Cat says, all right, guys, I'm taking the leap. Tomorrow, I'm headed to the Valley Medical Weight Loss.
Hey, good for you.
That
Way
is
to
amazing.
go.
Good choice, Good Cat. And remember, ask a lot of questions, learn about all of it. Make sure you have all the information straight and in your head, and understand that they can customize your weight loss adventure to you. And by the way, if you mention Fanatic, you get the first week free.
First week free, save you $31.95.
So good for you, Good Cat. We're pulling for you. We're hoping for you. Let us know how it goes for you over there at Valley Medical Weight Loss. 3 locations across the valley, and I can't say enough about them. Great bunch of people. Plus, I've lost weight with them. So yeah, let us know how it goes, Good Cat. Go to valleymedicalweightloss.com and see which one of these Valley locations it makes the most sense for you. You don't even need an appointment. You just go right in. Check out all the information, valleymedicalweightloss.com. We got to take a break. Back with more of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com, click the link for the Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Distracted driving kills in Arizona. Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Summer is about relaxing. Just you and your thoughts.
Boring. Luckily, summer is also about America's Got Talent.
Are you ready?
mind-boggling acts,
Put on your seatbelts.
huge surprises, and $1 million on the line. So don't just summer. Summer with AGT. America's Got Talent, summer's #1 show, premieres tonight on NBC.
Ah, summertime. And your summer home for sports in the Valley has what you need to cool you off. The NBA is looking to crown a new champion. The NHL gives another team the right to spend a year with Lord Stanley's Cup. Baseball is gaining momentum towards the playoffs. The NFL opens training camp to get ready for a new season. Yes, summertime is the best time of the year. Stay up to date with everything summertime has to offer on your summer home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And, the Pope was, he was talking to some people there. And he's like, hey.
The Pope was?
Yeah, he's like, hey, the Pope, is it I'm the Pope, eh? And they'd like to say one thing to the basketball mind. It's your sport lifts you up to the heavens because, as a former player once said, it's a sport that looks upwards towards the basket. So it's a real challenge for all those who are used to living with their eyes towards the ground. Yes, I'm the Pope. That's what I said. What? He likes basketball is what he's saying.
Oh.
Can't you understand Pope?
Okay.
Pope speak? As the Pope, I would like to say it's a noble task for you to promote the healthy play amongst the children and the younger people. The younger people to look up, to never give up, to discover life is a journey. Life is a highway. I want to drive it all night long.
I don't think the Pope said that. I believe that was somebody else.
To make up for the defeats and the victories. Important thing not to lose the desire to play the game. Desire. And then sometimes you can't get the microphone out of his hand.
I see. He just breaks into song.
Yeah, he loves the YouTube.
Those are some wild Sundays.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very clear that LeBron a flop. He's a
He never
LeBron
said
flop.
that. Don't you conflate
No,
the Pope.
I'm pretty sure he did
That's
say that.
blasphemy.
Domino's, Flabiscus, Chef Boyardee, Ravioli, LeBron,
that's just
Le Mel Pattern, Le Flop.
No,
I'm pretty sure. Yep, I heard that.
Pretty sure
this is blasphemous on a religious
It's not
level.
blasphemous. I'm just reading exactly from the transcript here. I don't know what your problem is. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Well, the Pope's not Italian anymore. He's Spanish. Yeah. He's a cool dude, though. I like this new Pope. That last one was like, oof, 2/3 Reiki. 888-368-1580. Educated sports dude. We still don't have an answer for you yet on the power outages in East Mesa. So, yeah. What do you do in East Mesa? Well, if you're heading to go pick up some meth, you might want to wait. Rob Diz says, so did the Pope bless the Suns, obviously. Navy Devil says, a lot of venues keep the caps from the water bottles when you buy them at the venue. I know I've heard that because I've already read that text.
Yeah.
My thing ain't doing what it's supposed to do. I got to hit refresh.
Oh, I'm sorry for your thing.
My thing is fine, Phil. You mind your own thing. By the way, can I just give a man card accreditation to Kevin Pillar? 2 weeks ago, he took a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to the schnoz.
Yep.
Broke his nose, facial surgery. Now he's back on the field playing left field for the Mets.
And he's wearing this cool acrylic mask.
Yeah.
Oh, does he look like
Phantom of the Opera?
Like Kendall Jenner with his new perfect little nose, button nose?
No.
Can we call him Rudolph?
No, he's got the Bill Lambert going right now. Yeah, but he's
it's cool acrylic.
2 weeks, man. If I had like that kind of surgery, forget it.
Does he look like one of those bosses from Mad Max Fury Road?
Well, you kind of did have that surgery though.
No, well, my whole thing was inside. I didn't have my nose was perfect.
So
why
so
mess
was
with a good
his.
thing?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, he took a ball to the face.
Yeah.
I actually had swollen turbinates, and I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So they cleared that all out. They didn't change the way I look, but they cleared all that stuff out. And yeah, it took a couple weeks to heal. But I tell you what, I wouldn't be out on the field playing ball after that. So
For
manly
the love,
man,
for the love of the game, man.
manly man, Kevin Pillar. Well done. And oh, by the way, I've been meaning to talk about this. What the hell's wrong with Russell Wilson? He actually is out there tweeting and saying, all right, let's do this. Let's move the Oakland A's to Portland, Oregon. What?
Well, the city of Oakland has voted down several times a new
Yeah,
stadium.
no, I get that.
And so now Major League Baseball has said, go ahead.
Sure.
You can move.
Russell Wilson lives in Seattle, where I don't know if you know, they have a team called the Mariners.
Yeah.
And why does he want a team in Oregon?
Well, Portland's got a great history of being a baseball town.
But why does he care? Why? And how do you think that makes all your Seattle Seahawk / Mariner fans feel when they hear it? Like, what the hell, Russ? What are you talking about? He's like, let's go Portland plus Major League Baseball Oakland A's winning formula #PNW. What's PNW?
Well, I'm not sure. Portland,
Northwest.
Portland.
I don't know.
Nasty water.
Yeah, no, it's clean.
Portland. New Portland new wife.
No, it could be that.
Yeah.
It could be that. Maybe
Yeah.
he's getting ready to divorce and move to Portland.
Oh,
You heard it here
that's
first.
sad news.
And he wants a new baseball team. So
Yeah.
I don't get why Russ Wilson gives a crap where Oakland A's go. And it's even weirder because it's a neighboring town. So yeah, he's probably alienating some Seattle.
Oh, here,
fans.
let me give you a little lay down.
Now, how about you rephrase that?
Give you a lay down.
I'm not
What did you
laying-
say?
You're not giving anybody
Let
a
me
lay
give you
down.
the deep and dirty, baby.
What now?
Really not going to happen either.
Russell Wilson, where was he drafted? Who holds his current baseball rights? Do you guys remember? Do you guys
it
know?
was the Oakland Athletics.
No, it is
No, it
not.
was the Texas Rangers.
It was the Texas Rangers,
Yeah.
and then they traded his baseball rights to the New York Yankees.
Huh.
And what division?
Why
are
does
they in?
that matter to anything or anybody if he's not
Because-
going to play baseball?
The hell does it have to do with Portland?
Well,
Yeah,
because
even
if,
better
if,
question,
if he's
yeah.
aligned with the Yankees in some way, shape, and form, if the Oakland A's go to a different state, maybe they go to a different
Still
division.
be in the West Coast.
Well, but maybe they go to a different division. Either way, it's a division rival that he, as a Yankees fan or as a Yankees player, in some small capacity,
Oh boy,
he has a little vested interest.
He gets
there.
nothing
No.
out of it. He's not ever going to play for them.
that's the worst. That's the worst take I've ever heard about this.
Look, I only speak. the
Wow, you're not spitting truth.
That was a
truth. I
bad
speak,
take.
spit, and am.
We
the
should
truth.
have a some sort of a sounder for
Yeah.
that. A really bad take.
That was a bad take.
Horrible takes. Problem is, if that button's in your hands, anytime I say anything about the Cardinals, you'll be flying off of that thing. So forget it. Yeah.
Burn that take up. That's a terrible take.
Yeah, put the flamethrower on it.
I'm watching Saving Private Ryan right now, and they had just brought out the flamethrower.
Go turn off his TV. Just take the
This
HDMI
is
cable out of
cinematic
it. You're
glory,
supposed
my
to be,
friend.
Oh, I don't know, doing this show.
Do you not respect the day that they stormed the beaches of Normandy?
Do you not have a DVR at home?
So many beaches were fallen
This
that
is
day.
not the day.
Beaches were dropping left and
That
right.
was yesterday. Plus, you're doing your job. Turn off the damn TV. I'm taking the TV out.
Oh boy,
I'm taking the TV out.
now
Average,
see what you've done.
all because of some beaches.
Average Joe
Beaches ruin
says
everything.
half of Oregon wants to become Utah. So
Yeah.
why would anyone want to move to Portland? What are you talking about? Portland's very nice. Well, okay, not downtown Portland. That's kind of a toilet right now because all the hippies. It's not even like, oh, we have a homeless problem. Are you unkind bastard? Why don't you help them out? No, this is more of a hippie problem. I'm like this because I want to be like this. Oh God! All right, take you and your patchouli oil and get down by the river where you belong because nobody wants you in downtown.
In a van
Yeah.
down by the river.
No, in a hemp tent down by the river because meat is murder and so is the gas mileage. I love the dinosaurs. I just don't. Hey man, that ain't cool.
I think I would want to.
I could eat that cricket because that's renewable. Ugh, you Birkenstock granola bar eating patchouli oil smelling piece of crap. And guess what? Yeah, dreadlocks don't look good on you. I'm sorry, white people with dreadlocks just looks like you get some dirty ass hair. You know, Larry. Remember when we let Larry Fitzgerald? Beautiful, beautiful dreadlocks. Oh my God, his hair was amazing. Made me think about it. Like
and well kempt.
Do you like Jay Crowder's? Whatever
Yeah,
those are.
yeah. It looks all right. I mean, you know, not everybody can pull that off. White people, you can't pull off the dreadlocks. You look homeless. Sorry, it's one of those things. If I have to be the person to tell you, I also am hunky. It doesn't look good on us. We should not do that.
Like James
Guys,
Franco from Spring Breakers.
just bad. And I mean, listen, remember how hot Bo Derek was? And then she did the cornrows, and you're like, why did you do that to your head? Now you look, that doesn't look good on you.
I don't know. The cornrows, when she did that, she was in the movie, right?
Yeah, it was 10.
Was it 10? Is that what it was?
9.5. 10.
When they had her running in that swimsuit with the cornrows and all the beads, everything was just beating her up. It seems like
didn't look good.
Would have left all sorts of marks on her.
Yeah, but here's the thing with the cornrows there. She went from being a 10 to like a 6.5. That looks bad on her.
6 3/4.
White people, it's not for you. You look bad. It looks good on our African American friends, but it does not look good on us. Somebody's got to step up and say it. Knock it off. You damn hippies with your horrible. You look like you got mange.
And why does it always happen whenever they go to Brazil or Rocky Point or somewhere down? And it's just
Brazil.
They've had an awakening.
Yeah.
Here's another awakening. Take a shower. You're unemployable. Okay?
Anytime you go to a swimmable bar, it automatically just
You
drops
get
your
the
IQ.
cornrows.
Yeah.
If you're at a place that
That's
offers
it.
a swim up bar,
Miss Kim, we're not going to any resorts that have a swim up bar because I don't want no damn cornrows.
Yeah, but I don't think you.
I
need
will
to get
say, Randy, cornrows down here.
Oh, cornrow the beard.
My daughter, I saw her last week. She offered to braid them. She said I would look like a Viking.
I think so.
Oh yeah, I got the Viking beads in there.
Yeah, we'll start calling you Thor.
Should go to the wedding with a horn helmet. Just don't even take it off.
And bring your own.
My religious beliefs. I'm wearing this horn helmet.
And bring your own gauntlet. Your
And
own
I'll
goblet,
wear-
that too.
I'll wear an animal skin outfit.
Big over your shoulder.
Drink out of an animal skin pouch.
Skull could probably help you out with that. I think he knows where to get those things. Just the Tip says, I remember the last Coyotes game I went to. I gave the vendor $8 and they gave me a water bottle with no lid. Yeah, have you ever heard that before? No, I don't want some filthy person opening the water and handing it to me. I want to open it.
Well, the first mistake is $8 for a bottle of water.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that for a second.
I'll dehydrate. Lost Toby says,
a lot cheaper.
Fun fact, because of that movie and her wearing that haircut, people can't sue for discrimination when somebody won't hire because of haircuts. Judges ruled they got the haircut from her. Well, that's a load of garbage right there. It's not a fun fact. Kiss the Cook says, yep. Bo's braid look in 10 gave me a 12. What? So you like that, huh? Jagdog says, when with Phil's last take, I think he should sit out this next segment. Maybe take a break. Breaks are bad. Your takes are bad. Boogie says, use the sad trombone sound for Phil's bad takes.
Wait, I'm not the only one who gives bad takes around here. Let's be.
Yeah, you're kind of the bad take machine lately.
Not a machine.
Yeah, you're a machine, that's for sure. Good Cat says, Jeffrey, so what you're saying is I should not get cornrows on my Hulk Hogan style skullet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you should. Because I'd like to see. That's just once, and then
that's invaluable.
Yeah, you can always just shave it off. Right. What were we doing? Oh, yeah. So
a show.
Wow.
Welcome to Monday.
A Monday
On
show.
a
That's
Tuesday.
a Tuesday.
There's two things the NFL has come out and said that have given me pause. One, they're already saying, "Hey, you see how we got 17 games? Yeah, because we all agreed. Huh? Let's do 18." Now they're pushing for 18, maybe as early as 2025. And it's like, how far are they going to push this thing? 17 already stretching, the bounds of what a human body can take playing this game each and every year. Now they're like, 18, huh? It's like they'll never stop pushing the NFLPA for another game.
Oh, it's human nature. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
Well, the mile they want to take, it's actually kind of a realistic possibility, because here's the conversation. It goes like this. NFL, hey, we want you to play another game. But we just gave you a game. No, seriously, we want to do another game. What about the lives and the health and the safety? Well, we're going to give you a crap ton of money. Ooh, we like money. We'll talk the players we'll figure it out. All right, that's a good thing. Come back to us. And then the NFLPA is like, we like money. And then they talk everybody into it. Now you got 18 games.
Well, but aren't they're going to have to give up one of those preseason games then?
I don't know if that's going to be enough now. I think you'll have to, if you go to an 18 game schedule, and I can't believe we're actually talking about this, you're going to need a second bye week. And that will push
you're going to have to
the
give
Super
up
Bowl into like March 1st or something.
You're going to have to give up a preseason game, and you're going to have to add a second bye week. And by the way, a buttload more money.
It's kind of like college football, trying to add more playoff teams to the format right now. It's going to be happening. Instead of talking about it as whether or not it should or shouldn't, I think we're well beyond that conversation. I think we're going to a place of it is happening.
I think it's a bad idea. And listen, I was okay with 17 games. I thought they needed 2 bye weeks for that.
Yeah.
You start pushing 18 games, and you start looking even beyond that, you're going to dilute the product. You're going to get too many people injured. You're going to get too many problems with this, and it's going to hurt the product. You're trying to, maybe they don't care. They were like, you're idiots. So watch no matter what happens.
Oh, they don't care.
This is bad for the game, I think.
Oh, they don't care, Jeffrey. You're absolutely on top of it. They don't give one flying Cholula on there. That's they're going to do it because people are going to go. The NFL season, the NFL season is going to attract people both in stadium and viewers. Even if people of major star status are going to tap out and they rest their starters during each and every week, that doesn't mean that people aren't going to be watching.
Just make sure Phil opens his door. Good point, Phil. That was a great take. That was an amazing take.
Spot on.
Hillman Mike says, yeah, Phil, you're not a machine. You're a tool. Hillman Mike says, Jeffco, I bet since your schnoz repair, you can blow a snot rocket like a country mile.
Oh, he can.
Listen, I've always had a powerful schnoz. There's no Kleenex that
I can attest to that.
If I blow my nose, what the hell are you saying?
What
does that even mean?
I just wanted to let the people know that I can confirm that.
How can you confirm what I'm saying right now?
I'd rather not tell people
shut up,
on air,
Phil.
but there's a paywall.
Shut up, Phil.
Go see Jeffrey's OnlyFans.
So I have to use paper towels to blow my nose because I blow a hole right through the Kleenex and then it gets everywhere. It's gross. So and it's loud when I blow my nose. So
I understand,
but it's always kind of been that way. But to be honest, Hillman Mike, that was the best decision I ever made.
So since they fixed the turbochargers in your nostrils, you can really, really blow and you get that high pitched whine sound.
No, it's actually sort of a low. It's like I got a good muffler on there.
Ah, okay.
I have a muscle car nose blow.
Okay.
It's awesome.
All right.
I'm actually kind of proud of it.
I know they had to repair your turbochargers in your nostrils.
Yeah, my turbochargers, and they realigned. They got my alignment.
It's like the beginning of that Villager song, right?
Why, Phil, would you be quoting a Village People song?
No, not a Village People song. A Villager.
You mean Led Zeppelin?
Yeah,
is that the one you're talking about?
No.
Yeah, it's Led Zeppelin.
Pretty sure that's Led Zeppelin.
Led
Where are
Zeppelin.
these villagers?
It's Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
Isn't it is it the Village song then?
No.
Isn't there? There's a village involved
in that
Village
song. No.
Why did we ever let him start talking?
I don't know.
That's the thing I'm struggling with right now.
Yeah.
And see, the 18 game schedule was not the only thing that was getting on my nerves with the NFL. Come on back and I'll tell you. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
On October 10, 2014, KQFN was granted a license by the Federal Communications Commission to serve the public interest as a public trustee. Our license will expire on October 1st, 2021. We filed applications for license renewal with the FCC on May 12, 2021. A copy of this application is available by going to enterpriseefiling.fcc.gov/data entry/public/public/TV/public app search.html and using application search for KQFN for file number 0000145152. It contains information concerning the station's performance over the last 7 years. Individuals who wish to advise the FCC of facts relating to our renewal application and whether this station is operated in the public interest should file comments and petitions with the FCC by September 1st, 2021. Further information concerning the FCC's broadcast license renewal process may be obtained from the FCC, Washington, D.C. 20554, fcc.gov.
You might not know it, but your small business IT systems can leave you and your customers vulnerable. At Affinity Technology, we provide peace of mind by ensuring your computer systems are working and are safe from hackers and outside threats. We solve technology problems for small business. No confusing tech talk or black box setups. If it plugs in, we work with it. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
NASCAR Championship Weekend returns to Phoenix Raceway November 5th through the 7th.
A wild season of unexpected will culminate in Phoenix with drivers putting it all on the line for their shot
And earning the title of NASCAR Cup Series champion.
featuring 4 championship races in 3 days.
Don't miss your chance to witness history from atop the grandstands as the action goes 5 wide into the iconic dog leg.
Or from up close with access to the fan-friendly infield experience.
Get your tickets to see the NASCAR Championship in person.
Go to phoenixraceway.com.
Hurry, tickets won't last much longer.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable, and serving part-time can help you graduate debt-free. Do you want to stay close to friends and family? The Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving part-time in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want. Learn more by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide. And we're bringing it right when your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
The Fanatic. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Yes, Napa Bob, you're right. It's the Immigrant Song by Zeppelin, 1970.
Yep.
Exactly that song is older than I am.
You said the Villagers.
Yeah.
I don't recall that. Yeah, you said
you did
Villagers.
say it, you
Roll
liar
the tape
sack.
back. You can hear it. Villagers.
They scrotum song.
No.
It's nothing to do with Schroeder. I don't know why you'd say that.
Why would you say scrotum? His name is Schroeder.
It's that's what I'm saying. His name's. Why would you be talking about scrotum that
Yeah.
way? First Cav Mike says, "Yo, Randy, little help, please. Cooking ribs on a gas grill, first time. How long? Got any tips for me on that
Yeah,
one?
well, what kind of ribs? How meaty are they? Are they beef? Are they pork? Meaty. And your grill, is it outside in direct sunlight or is it more in the shade? I would probably say if you have the ribs and they are spare ribs, you could probably set that at about 300 degrees and maybe a couple of hours with kind of watching them. And I would also mix up a spritzer, a little spray bottle of some apple juice and water, or apple cider vinegar and water, and just spritz that every so often and keep it nice and moist.
No, that's interesting. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
I was just going to say slow and low. That is the tempo. Anytime you're using a propane grill, you have to kind of change the way you approach, especially something like ribs.
Yeah.
You got to slow that thing down.
Yeah, and if you have a propane, you may not want to put on every burner you have. Like if there's multiple burners, you might only want to run 1 or 2 burners, and you might want to put the ribs in a one of those aluminum pans, that you can get. And
make one.
You could do that, sure, and you can put some apple cider or apple cider vinegar in there and let it set and just let it kind of work.
Yeah, ambient heat is what Randy is talking about. You put the meat where the burner's not. And let that sort of that way you're not scorching it. You got to cook that thing straight through, but also keep the tenderness going. So Randy is, as always, as the Grill Master General, 100% correct. And I just learned something about the spritzer.
Yeah, little spritzer.
Apple juice. Why apple juice?
Little apple juice adds a little flavor and a little water, and you mix that together, or a little apple cider vinegar. same scenario. It just adds a little moisture to it, and the vinegar will actually kind of break it down just a little bit and make it even more moist for you.
That's fascinating. I'm going to try that. Random texter says, for the guy making ribs, make sure you remove the membrane on the underside of them before you grill them.
So take a paper towel and you'll see the membrane. It's on the bony side or the underside, if you will. And you'll want to grab a corner of that and just try to remove as much of that membrane as you can. And then, you want to put it on if you have a pork rub that you like, rub it up nice and neat and let it sit there. And then maybe after an hour or so at about 250, you want to wrap it up in foil and let it sit there for another 45 minutes. I think the internal temperature on that's got to be around 200, maybe less, maybe 160. You can look that up on YouTube as well. And I would recommend, where I go all the time, is How to Barbecue Right with Malcolm Reed. And look what he does with ribs. That is a great place to learn.
So to sum it up, in hip hop terms, slow and low, that is the tempo. Go crazy go insane on the membrane.
Yeah.
And you'll wrap it up, B.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Okay. So there you go. I had a little bit of Chappelle Show.
Nice.
I had a little bit of who the guys did Insane on the Membrane. Who did that song? I don't remember that. And then what was the first part? Oh, slow and low. That is the tempo. I think that might be the Beastie Boys.
Could be.
I'm not
Insane
sure.
in the Membrane. Well, no, wait. Insane in the Brain. Hold on.
Yeah, thanks for that, Phil. Wow, he's so good at looking things
Pinky
up.
in the brain is
Cypress
not
Hill.
what he said.
Cypress Hill.
So of course it's Cypress Hill. Of course it is. I could have told you that. Straight Striper says, hey, why don't you guys have Big George read or record the FCC legal stuff?
That would be funny.
Or did Randy pass the bar?
Yeah.
Randy has never passed a bar.
No.
Hello.
I have a hard time passing the bar. Hey.
Now, is that the baby bar or
what?
The one that Kim K failed? Because there's a baby bar.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
an adult bar.
No. That's a good. Well, George is busy all the time. He still sends on this day in Big Georgia sports history and every day. But
he is a lawyer and he does have a new wife he needs to keep satisfied. So, hey, Big George.
That's probably what the real work is. Good Cat says the sugars in the apple juice or the vinegar will also caramelize and add more to the crust.
Could be. Yes. Yeah, I think you're right there.
Jack Dog, thank you. You are correct. Cypress Hill. Random Texter says, oh, and the Wrap It Up, that was by Fabulous Thunderbirds. Do you remember, Jeffrey, the song from the 80s?
Wrap it up. I love it. Yeah.
I don't remember that song. I remember the Fabulous Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Lost Toby.
Viva Lost Toby.
Says it took longer for LeBron to recover from a broken toenail than it took Kevin Pillar to recover from a broken face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good look for LeBron when Kevin Pillar jumps up off the ground with a broken face before LeBron gets up with a fake injury. And now he's back. He's playing. LeBron's just.
You can swing a bat with a broken face. You can get jumps and hops, which is necessary for basketball
left field
on a broken ankle.
You have to run and you have to be
Broken
fast
ankle.
and you have to
Does he run on
dive
his
and you have
nose?
to catch. It's dangerous for him out there, man.
Oh my God.
And let me tell you something happens when you have an injury to your face and you start to run. Every part of your face will throb in pain.
that is
Kevin
true.
Pillar has manned up beyond a level you ever could, Phil.
And does he need to run on his nose? No.
Did you not hear what I just said?
LeBron James needs to run on his ankle, hop on his ankle, land on his ankle, every which way, and yet he gets no respect around here. And I'm fed up, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
No, you're going to take it. You're going to take it and like it.
It wasn't the first time I heard that.
Just going to say, payday's just a couple days from now. Kiss the Cook says, yep. What? No, I already read that one. Sorry. My system is still coming back online here. What was it about? Changing somebody's depends? Just the tip. Let's see. Yep, I read that one. So I've already read a bunch. Let me just refresh again. Does Phil always have to sing? Says Good Cat.
Yeah.
Can you mute him, please? We really want to be able to. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Talking about you, Phil. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fourth dimension. I
always want to talk to them. So this whole thing, everybody wanting to eat cicadas is just gross. I don't know why the news wants to keep talking about how we could eat it. and news ladies eating them cicadas and stuff. And then it got to thinking, if I was out in the wild and there's
out in the wild,
there's some cicadas. No, dude, I'm very much an outdoorsman back in the day. I've hiked and camped and done all sorts of stuff in the woods, in the desert, you name it. And, I saw these cicadas. I've always been pretty happy that I've never been like trapped out in the wild. Yeah. Where I'd have to survive on eating the bugs and stuff. And I don't know, could you eat them in the wild if you had to? Would you eat cicadas in the wild?
No.
You just die.
Yeah.
Just roll up and
Well,
die.
I mean, first of all, I like to keep my RV well stocked. So at all times,
you're really
even
roughing and wild.
if I'm out there and I get stuck or something, my RV is well stocked.
The thing I don't understand is we have spent our entire life, the life of humanity, getting to where we are now. At first, we lived under the stars.
Yeah.
And then we kept getting eaten by dogs and
Yeah.
coyotes. And
Yeah.
then we started living in huts, and then the wind would blow those over. Then we started living in buildings, and it took thousands and thousands of years. Now we're in perfectly good houses, which cost an awful lot of damn money these days.
Yeah.
And as soon as we're all good and we're all in there, let's go outside and pretend like we're homeless. You know, let's go outside, pretend like we are ancestors. Like, how about no, Randy? You're absolutely right. Take an RV.
Yeah.
There's nothing unmanly about just being comfortable. You've earned it.
Absolutely. And I always make sure I've got extra supplies on board. I mean, if I have to, I can use the toilet outside. But why?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
When you got the RV
Yeah.
and you got your shower there, you got plenty of water on board. I am always ready.
But if you had to do it in the actual wilderness,
Yeah.
this is where you know, are you a man?
Mhm.
How long do you think you could last if, like, let's say you walked off into the forest and somebody stole your RV and you were trapped out in the wilderness? How many days do you think you could make it?
Well, I don't know. It depends on where I'm at. I think I could.
You have survival skills?
I fancy myself as a pretty good outdoorsman. Yeah, I think I could hunt, or I could find things to eat.
So, our bodies are good at surviving.
Oh, yeah.
Probably better than our mentalities. The average person thinks if you drop them in the middle of nowhere, they could probably survive in the wilderness for 16 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I could. I do not think Phil could.
16 days.
16 days.
I think I could.
Yeah. And I'm not saying survive comfortably. I'm saying just survive. As long as you can find some water and maybe not freeze to death or bake to death, you could probably make it. The not freezing or baking part is kind of tough because less than 1 in 5 Americans are confident they could start a fire if they only had some flint. And without flint, you get 0% of anybody starting a fire.
Mhm.
And only 1 in 7 people think that they could be able to tell which plants. Oh, those berries, are they poisonous? Can I eat them? I'll be honest, I don't know. I've never had to worry about that.
Well, that's where I'd be in my RV looking that up on the internet.
No, your RV's been stolen. You're trapped out in the wilderness.
Well, I'm looking up on my smartphone.
Okay,
squirrels have
you're
stolen your
out of range. Do you have any idea what poison ivy looks like?
Poison ivy, yes.
Yeah, Uma Thurman. She was in that one Batman movie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I would have kissed her too.
So the survey also found after a year of being locked down and pandemic stress, 63% of us have a newfound appreciation for nature and being in the outdoors.
Mm.
Listen, when it comes to surviving 16 days in the wilderness, keep in mind that, like Randy, the average American defines wilderness as any area with a mile in between Starbucks. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, yeah.
If
yeah.
you haven't seen one in a while, you're like, I don't know where I am.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's true.
I think I could. I don't think Phil could. Phil, how long do you think you could survive in the wilderness? Legitimately, honestly, how long do you think you would last out there in the elements? Jesus Christ, Phil, I'm talking to you.
I'm just trying to ignore you now and find a
See, this
tips
is
on
not
how to
right.
survive.
This is not right because we can't mute him and he just sat in there and ignored us.
I was trying to look up if squirrels could use smartphones.
The hell does it have to do with what we were talking
Because
about?
if Randy,
Because
if the
Rand-
squirrels stole your smartphones, I was wondering if they could form a militia against you and cut down your time considerably more than my time in the wild.
See, I have a knife on me everywhere I go, so I think I would be able to be all right in the
Against the
wilderness.
squirrels, do you know how avid and rabid they can be?
Especially squirrels. I would kill a squirrel and break its neck, no problem. And then I would have that thing gutted and all over the spit on a fire, and I'd be eating good tonight.
I wouldn't.
Good, it's a break. I can call Keon now. Yeah, Phil's not going to survive even 24 hours out in the wilderness. You know it. I know it.
I
He
think
knows
I've
it.
got like 2 to 3 days in me.
Just the Tip says, thanks for the info on how to barbecue right. Looks like a schload of info. Phil, how about you please, dear? God, shut the F up. Mr. Wilbur says, what's this? Our next remote is a camping trip with Randy and Jeffrey? I'm in.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not the worst idea I've heard.
Yeah.
Many of those have come from Phil. Randy, sorry. I can't even finish reading that text if we're out of time. I'll get that on the other side. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 Fanatic.
When you come to the desert, many things can be dangerous, but there's nothing more dangerous than a pit full of rattlers. Rattlers football is back. Don't miss a second of the action. Become a part of the Ninth Man for a membership of $10 per game for new season ticket members. All fans are welcomed as the Rattlers return at 100% capacity in the newly transformed Phoenix Suns Arena. Call 602-379-8274 today. Don't wait. Arizona Rattlers strike back.
Shane O'Grady here with Life Changer Loan, and you've probably just refinanced into that new low rate. But have you really done the math? Have you really multiplied your monthly mortgage payment times the amount of payments you have left? Let that number sink in for a minute. Luckily, there is a better way. Our clients pay off their mortgages in well under 10 years without changing a dime of their spending habit. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve. With our affordable Open for Business advertising package, you'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Summer is about relaxing. Just you and your thoughts. Boring. Luckily, summer is also about America's Got Talent.
Are you ready?
Mind-boggling acts.
Put on your seatbelts.
Huge surprises. And $1 million on the line. So don't just summer. Summer with AGT. America's Got Talent, summer's #1 show, premieres tonight on NBC.
The old way of living with diabetes is a pain. You've got to remember to do your testing, and you always need to be sticking your fingers. The new way to live your life with diabetes is with a continuous glucose monitor. You simply apply a discreet, easy-to-use sensor on your body, and it continuously monitors your glucose levels, helping you spend more time in range and freeing you from painful finger pricks. If you test your blood sugar at least 4 times per day and inject insulin at least 3 times per day, or use an insulin pump and have private insurance or Medicare, you might be eligible for a CGM with little or no cost to you. Call U.S. Medical Supply today for a free benefits check. We offer free shipping, 90-day supplies, and we bill Medicare or your insurance directly. Call now and say goodbye to finger pricks.
800-438-8173. 800-438-8173. 800-438-8173. That's 800-438-8173.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Filthy Phil in there. We're all in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, and you guys are on the text line, 888-368-1580. So will the Nets put away the Celtics tonight? Right now, the Celtics are up by a couple in the first quarter. That don't mean nothing yet, but those guys are playing right here and right now. So we'll see how that turns out. Get these Nets out of racist Boston. Oh my God, there's this wall-to-wall racists. And even the racists are racist against the other racists. You're not racist enough. Like, I think that's hurtful that you say I'm not racist. I'm plenty racist. No, I saw that look of compassion in your eye. You're not a real racist. I'm a real racist. You're not racist. I am too racist. You shut up, racist. Well, wait a second. Easy does it, racist. We can all be racist together. Let's, racist lives matter too. No,
Wow.
oh my God. That's Boston.
Wow.
That's how bad Boston is right now.
Wow.
We have a question from Napa Bob.
Okay.
Randy,
Yes.
if you owned a baseball team in the day and you could trade for one player to add to your team, would you pick Stan Musial or Teddy Williams?
Stan the Man or Ted Williams? I would probably go with Ted Williams. I think he was the last guy to hit 400.
Frozen chosen. What?
He always kept his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go Ted Williams.
Why does he sound like a chicken nugget? Frozen chosen?
Because that's all he is right now. He's a chicken nugget in Scottsdale. They froze his head. He's a cryogenically frozen head of Ted
he's
Williams.
right down the street here.
Oh, yikes.
Seriously.
At least most of them.
Yeah. And when power goes out, that's the first thing I think about. Oh, dear God, Ted Williams. That poor, yeah. Yeah, that's Ted. Well, I guess what do we do now? Shh, don't tell anyone.
How do you know it's Ted? Does it smell like Old Spice or what?
Refreeze it. We'll be fine. The family will never know. Oh, no, we got backup systems. No. This never. Yeah, I know it looks like freezer burn. Just trust us. We know what we're doing.
Freezer burn.
We know what we're doing here.
That's bad.
Everything's fine. That's what happens in my freezer. By the way, I didn't get to finish my thought because Phil talked too much, and then now he's eating a bagel, so I think I've got a moment where I can actually say something. So we talked about how the NFL is looking to do an 18-game schedule. They just got their 17 games. Now they're like, hey, how about 18 games? And I don't like that idea. But what's worse, them trying to push for an 18-game schedule, or the fact that they're going to now try to push Germany games? They're eager to get themselves into the German market.
No, I think they're both bad. I can't see at the level of football these guys are playing and the amount of work that goes into each season to add yet another game on there.
I get wanting to make the money, but why are you trying to spread the NFL so thin? You're going to England. Okay, that's cute. You're going to Mexico. Ooh, that's dangerous. You're going to now Germany. That's well,
I mean,
odd.
if you're going to England, Germany's not that far.
Yeah, I know. It's just my point is, why are we doing this? It's the our nation, National Football League.
Yeah, I
and I
understand.
know they want money and they're trying to tap these untapped markets, but I feel like they're going a little bit far and stretching the product too thin.
I think years ago, and I don't know exactly how long, perhaps the Fourth Dimension can help me out here, but years ago, the NFL, they had a German NFL, they had like the European NFL league, where they had teams from all over Europe that were NFL sanctioned teams that were playing each other.
Yeah, that's where Kurt Warner came from.
The World League.
Well, I don't know if it was the World League, but
Yeah,
it was almost NFL Europe. It
It was
seems to
called
ring a bell.
I've got a box of cards from them in my office.
Oh, no
but-
kidding.
Yeah, unopened too. So that'll drive some people crazy.
You know, maybe I don't know. Maybe they're trying to reestablish that in Europe and try to get the league to start working over there again.
Yeah, NFL
you know, it's like I say all the time, the NFL hasn't quite made all the money there is to make yet.
So regular season games in Germany.
I hate the idea.
And I think you should come here and play the game on the field here. We love the blitz. And I you to fight to blitz every game, every play, every time. But we are on defense. Blitz! Blitz! It's just not the way it works. No wonder we lost the war.
Instead of water breaks again,
Wow.
Haagen-Dazs breaks.
Haagen-Dazs breaks. Oh, jeez.
God, this is dumb. It is so dumb to play games in England, Germany, Mexico, wherever else.
You know, bottom line is they're trying to broaden the game and they want to make more
Why?
money doing because money. There's money to be made.
The NFLPA has got to put their foot down somewhere. Give them something else and say
Well, they
no to
can't-
these national games.
They can't do a whole lot
I mean,
because the NFL's
international.
really the only game they have. They've got that spring football league that's playing right now, but who wants to watch the spring football league? I mean, I guess if, Patrick Mahomes and some of these headline players go to the spring football league, maybe you'd have some competition, but really the NFL's got the NFLPA kind of over a barrel. You do what we say, have your cute little union. That's funny and everything, but ultimately you have nothing. You have no leverage. You could not play. Well, don't play. We'll go get other players.
It's dangerous going all these different places.
I know.
I agree. Making you play. I do not like the way you're looking at me right now.
But you like a cigarettes.
You answer me. So
I would like a hot dog. Just Bavarian pretzels.
Und you eat and eat ein Oktoberfest. So Patrick Peterson is circling week 2 on his calendar.
Good.
When the Vikings play the Cardinals, he says, I've circled it on my calendar.
Good for him.
Yeah, because why? What did the Cardinals ever do wrong to gunge up Patrick Peterson other than pay him for a lot of really kind of unproductive years?
They didn't trade him.
And you kind of petered out Peterson. And he says, I love division games. They're always a dogfight. But the one I circled, definitely week 2. It's not even close. Not even close.
He's just trying to make a storyline that's not there. Everybody knows Patrick Peterson's not. He's going to be a non sequitur.
Hey, Patrick Peterson, if we were worried about you, we'd have kept you.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I can't believe he's because this indicates, well, they did me wrong. They did me wrong by letting me go, so I'm going to show them. Well, maybe you should have showed them while you were here, Patrick Peterson.
I imagine he's going to be on D-Hop, and that's just not going to be – it's just going to be laughable to see how D-Hop works him over.
God, I hope you're right. I hope you are right.
If he gets an interception, would that be enough to put the bag back?
He's not going to get an interception.
Unless
he gets 2 interceptions.
He's like,
he's not even going to get a sniff at an interception.
Man, I own Danny Isabel. Oh, yeah. It's like, really, Patrick? Seriously? He's 4.5 feet tall. You're going to brag about okay.
Yeah.
So look out, everybody. The homecoming of Patrick Peterson, it really should be met with a collective yawn. Because that's how he left the Cardinals, a collective yawn. I mean, he had his moments. I'll give him that. But he didn't put the effort. You didn't see what you're paying for. You didn't get the effort. You didn't get from Patrick Peterson what was promised from Patrick Peterson, what he was capable of doing. Now, towards the end of his career, he's circling a calendar to show, I'll show you guys. Well, the time for that is over. But you know what? Bring it. Good luck.
It's sad, but I mean, if Patrick Peterson wants to blame anybody, he should blame himself. Remember shooting his mouth off saying he wants to trade? Demanded a trade, and then that whole dog and pony show, and he ended up out at the Waste Management Phoenix Open saying, I was just kidding. I want to stay here for life. I want to be here for life. I was just kidding. He wasn't kidding. He wanted to get out of here.
Who kids like that?
And so now he's out of here, and now he's going to make it a big storyline by saying, I'm circling. Well, of course he's going to circle that because he's Patrick Peterson. He needs to have some attention. The thing I'm worried about is that he's going to get attention. It's going to be negative attention. And the Cardinals are going to burn him all day long.
Why are you worried about that? That's awesome.
Well, I feel bad for him. I mean, the guy is going to look really old and really bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's not the coach of the Vikings.
Right.
And the coach of the Vikings is not going to allow what we hope would happen to Patrick Peterson.
Mike Zimmer is a top defensive coach, head or not otherwise. He is a top defensive coach. If anybody could put somebody like Patrick Peterson in a favorable light, in a highlight, spotlightable role, it would be Mike Zimmer. I wonder if he has the ability to cover somebody like DeAndre Hopkins, maybe
he doesn't.
AJ Green.
So they're going to put him on the least likely to get a ball.
AJ Green.
All Patrick Peterson's going to do all day is just say "Ole" as he waves the guys running by him for a touchdown.
Is that true?
We've seen that before.
Oh, here's my shoulder. Oh, I missed you. Ole.
Hefty Lefty says, I wonder what kind of calendar he has. I imagine with kittens and yarn. The date circled with little hearts.
Do we know, is that at Minnesota or is that at
I think it's here.
Nest?
It's here. It's at the Nest.
Yeah, so the homecoming, because I said homecoming earlier, the homecoming of Patrick Peterson should be met with yawns. and not with
Yeah.
booze, not with cheers.
You know-
Hi, Patrick. No,
you know, in this day and age, what the Cardinals are going to do. They're going to provide and prepare some sort of video, homage to
Thank you,
Patrick
Patrick.
Peterson. They're going to make it his day, and
No,
then they're going to
they
beat the
wouldn't
hell
do
out
that.
of him.
I don't think they'd make it his day. I don't. I mean, listen. You really think the Cardinals are going to do that? That's
Oh, yeah.
would sicken me if it was Mike Holtz doing that for somebody who had done the hijinks that he had done, saying, "I want to trade." Oh, I was kidding. I don't want to trade. Oh, yeah. And then as you watch him year in and year out underperform when he was supposed to be your marquee defensive player, there's so much going on there in the Patrick Peterson story that if that was Mike Holtz, I ain't gonna put no damn banner up. Fed fans got it right. She says, Patrick who? Exactly.
Well, I mean, but
that's how you do.
I have a feeling that's what they're going to do.
Patrick who is what they should do.
Even though the guy's made all pro, we all know that's like a popularity contest. So,
Yeah. Everybody likes Patrick Peterson. Sure, he's a very nice guy. But when was the last year he was truly effective the way you wanted him to be?
It's been several years.
It was
in my
weird though.
opinion.
His stats though would be sneaky adequate to good. You know what I mean? You'd see him in a game, and like you said, turnstile or ole, and they'd get right by him, and he wouldn't. I think what it was, his stats were not built on the plays that mattered. His stats were built on the whatever plays, but it was when it mattered, when a guy was going to run in for a touchdown, or when a guy you needed to get that stop, he wasn't able to do it, and that's why watching him and the Cardinals could be so frustrating.
So if they don't put Patrick Peterson, Philip, if they don't put him on DeAndre Hopkins, you think they're going to put him on Green? Why would they do that?
Well, I think AJ Green, he's definitely a possession receiver at this point in his career. I don't think that he necessarily, the injuries have robbed him of a lot of his quickness, a lot of his speed. So he's probably going to get by on crisp route running and possession receivings. And Patrick Peterson, for what you will, he's probably lost. I remember he started out his career both as a cornerback and as a returner. Like he had a lot of speed to give. Since age has sort of dwindled and taken away his elite speed, I think that they're probably going to put it on somebody veteran on veteran. AJ Green and Patrick Peterson are not unknown to each other entities. They've clashed before. I think that having that rapport with another person, you're probably going to put him on him safely and feel like, hey, you know what? AJ Green might not have had a big day, but at least we'll take away one option and then be able to put two, maybe even three people on DeAndre Hopkins in order to help nullify him.
You talking about a zone, or are you talking about legitimately putting three guys on one guy?
Whatever works. Two guys at least at the line of scrimmage, and then maybe a zone over the top.
I don't think I've ever seen three guys.
Have you seen Calvin Johnson some of the times where they just unabashedly?
All right. Okay. Maybe that. But anyway, so Patrick Peterson can't wait to play the Cardinals.
Well, welcome back, Patrick. Now go home.
So today is June 1st. Don't forget to pay your rent, people. Don't forget to pay your rent or mortgage, whatever. So June 1st, and we know that tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow's the day. That's it. That's the day where the cap hit for Aaron Rodgers goes from being a whole crap ton of money to just being a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
actually, it was today.
I thought it was June 2nd.
It was today, but then they're starting to have discussions now.
Okay, well, for some reason, I always thought it was June 2nd, but okay, June 1st. So now the Packers, they did not budge. Aaron Rodgers did not budge. So how long until Aaron Rodgers makes some sort of an announcement that, okay, I'm retiring, or is he just going to sit at home? And because he's going to get all kinds of fines. Every day he doesn't show up when it's mandatory. I think it's like $90,000. On him.
Well, that's during the camp, right? That's not starting now.
That's what I'm saying. When actual camp starts, not OTAs, that's why they're optional. But so if he doesn't show up, he starts getting fined unless he goes ahead and says, okay, I'm retiring. So what do you guys think? Is he going to retire? Is he going to go ahead and have the podium conversation? Is he going to get on the phone with Pat McAfee and just retire through him or something like that? I mean, what's going to happen here? Because the Packers ain't moving. That's been made obvious. What is Aaron's move?
Well, I don't know that he's going to retire as much as he's just trying to make a point here. And I think the Packers, like you said, are playing hardball. we'll just have to see what's going to happen. I haven't seen anything today that would show that Aaron Rodgers is willing to start talking to these guys. Now, Phil, you said something about they've started to talk together. Where did you see that at?
They said that they're talking together, that they're talking it through.
Who said that?
Well, I think that he himself has said that he's talked to teammates and through them.
Says he loves those
He's
guys.
probably talked to his coach. I think his coach had come out and said like, no, we're still in a discussion pattern. So I think him and the coach and like those immediate people that he interacts with on a day-to-day basis, I think he's had communication with at some point in time.
Yeah,
but not between the head office.
Absolutely not. That tie has been severed. I do think that how this kind of shakes out, it's just going to be delayed and drawn out. I think that eventually we're going to get to a point where, Aaron Rodgers is not going to be showing up to OTAs, or, he's not going to be showing up to the next stage of training camp, or, he's not here for the first preseason. I don't think it's ever going to be really formal, Jeffrey. I don't think there's ever going to be any formality to this except for, we've officially traded Aaron Rodgers. That's about, or just hey, Aaron Rodgers has not reported. For as far as we can tell, he's sitting out, and then Aaron Rodgers might say, "Yeah, I guess I'm retired for now."
So, what happens if this thing goes south and Aaron Rodgers retires? Is Brian Gutekunst then going to be shown the door?
Well, it's too late at that
Too
point.
late.
Yeah,
Well, whether it's too late or
maybe
not.
after the year or something.
I mean, when does the president say enough is enough? You've just traded the reigning MVP. You've traded the face of our franchise, or you've pissed off
Alienated,
the face of our franchise. Now he's retired. I've had enough of you. You got Jordan Love, who's not going to be our quarterback, at least not this year. We're going to have to do some second best thing. You've really kind of mucked this whole thing up. When do you think that Gutekunst gets shown the door? I cannot believe that he would survive this.
If he hasn't been yet, I don't know that he will anytime soon, Randy.
Randy, what you gotta keep in mind is, one, there is no formal owner. Because of that, there's such a power dynamic at play that allows the president to then act like an owner. And who did he pick? Who did he handpick? The way that the Packers do business is it's a heritage franchise where they groom people. They stay within the office. Brian Gutekunst went and has been with the organization for decades. And so he was groomed to be the replacement. And for Ted Thompson, now that he's out the door, Brian Gutekunst was the next guy. That's how they run their
I would
business.
assume the team would rather have a haul in a trade.
It's too late.
Rather than just watching Aaron Rodgers just walk off the field and getting absolutely nothing for it.
Common sense would say that, Randy, but that's just not how the Packers are handling this thus far.
It's too late, and they have made their bed, and they're going to lie in it. Maybe they know something that we don't. That's another thing. You never know. The Packers organization may know something that we just don't. I don't know what it is, or they're idiots.
Maybe it's Jordan Love has herpes.
I don't know that that's going to stop him from playing.
Yeah.
Well, if he's giving out so much love to each and all of his receivers.
It's an ugly accusation there, Phil.
Yeah,
thanks,
Phil.
it's a horrible thing to say.
There's no source or
Is there
foundation.
where's
in
the button?
truth.
Where's the button?
Yeah.
Where's the button?
Oh, I found it. I found it. Why don't you take us a break and I'll hit the button?
So why don't you mind your own damn business? Don't tell me how to do this show. So Aaron Rodgers, he's probably not going to show up. I don't think he's going to play, but if he was counting on the Jeopardy, it's not going to happen. His ratings are low. And they were looking at other people's ratings who have guest hosted, and they're better than his. And he is sort of sliding down the list of who is possible. Everybody now is starting to think it's going to be that Ken Jennings guy. The people behind the scenes are saying, yeah. And then now the Blossom is up there. She's guest hosting. Whether I don't know.
Blossom?
Yeah, Mayim.
One of the Powerpuff Girls.
One of the it's the gal from the Big Bang. How I Met Your Mother thing, whatever it is, that show with the nerds. And,
redhead.
Yeah, okay.
No, she's the plain Jane looking one.
Yeah,
the weird.
She was
the Canadian.
No,
I don't know.
She was Sheldon's girlfriend on the show.
Big Bang, not How I Met Your
It's
Mother.
all the same show to me.
Bang.
Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah, no, it's not her. No, she's in something else. Anyway, so yeah, Aaron Rodgers. He didn't have a bad ratings showing. It's just not as good as everybody else's. So he has sort of slid down the list and not likely to get it because I don't want Aaron Rodgers to have nice things. I'm very happy about that. So now he may want to rethink whether he shows up to camp or not. That's all I'm saying. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back. More of the Daily Blender after this. You're on 1580, The Fanatic.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com, click the link for the Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Changing your work culture can help change an entire culture. By embracing diversity, you encourage diversity. By making accommodations, you become more accommodating. So consider a member of Arizona's deaf, hard of hearing, and deafblind community for your next hire. To learn more about the Let's Get to Work initiative, visit changeyourperception.org. That's changeyourperception.org. Sponsored by the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing.
If you're looking to trim back your risk in growth stocks, you can move into value and dividend stocks in 2021. Dividend stocks are those that pay you to own them. You get a dividend check paid into your account every quarter from the company. Today, you can find very solid companies paying very solid dividends if you know where to look. But you're wise not to buy on dividend yield alone. Check it out. Stocks with dividends of 7 to 10% are not investment grade and may be near bankruptcy. You may win with the dividend, but lose with the share price. That's not smart. A dividend is a share of the company's profit. Therefore, when choosing dividend stocks, ask yourself, how profitable is the company? How secure is the industry? And does it dominate the industry? And will that industry be as relevant next year as it is today?
Invest smarter. Advisory services by IQ Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor. For a free preview, call 480-902-3333. 480-902-3333.
Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase.
The NFL draft is over. The teams have made their picks and reshaped their teams. Now comes the hard part. They've got to turn these rookies into NFL players. That means OTAs, training them, testing them, training camps, pushing them farther than ever before. We've got our eyes and ears on all of it. Listen to the latest on your exclusive home for the NFL. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Let me get caught up here on the text line and see what everybody has to say. Large Marge says, wow, you were talking about NFL quarterbacks. Thought that was just a tease that just lasted for months. Yeah, you see how I snuck that in there?
Yep.
I didn't tell anybody. I just, bam, I'm doing it.
Yep.
See, that's what you got to do around here, Large Marge. Hey, when you've got a bunch of people on the show who do left turns, and you've got a bunch of people listening to the show who do left turns, sometimes you want to get something done, you got to make it look like a left turn.
That's
good.
good
See
point.
what I did there?
Good
Bam!
point. Yep.
Got it. Kiss the Cook says, "La baby, change your depends before the game starts. Don't want you playing with a saggy diaper. I don't want you be leaking on the court."
Oh boy,
that is just absolutely abhorrent. How dare you?
Abhorrent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, abhorrent means truthful.
No, distasteful.
First Cav Mike says Patch P's last 2 years here were push the receiver out of bounds after a 19-yard pickup.
Yeah,
that was his stop.
Or Ole.
Fed Fan says Aaron who? Boomer Sooner says, Phil, how in the hell can you do man-to-man bump at the line of scrimmage and do a zone over the top? Which defense do you call that, Phil?
We call that the stop them at all costs defense.
Call them the desperate Denver Broncos defense.
Yeah, yeah.
King Kitten says, hi, guys. What's up?
Meow, meow.
Where can I get Hefty Lefty's kittens and yarn calendar? Well, that's probably a Hallmark kind of thing, right?
Wow.
I don't know. So the other day, remember he talked about how Naomi Osaka says, I ain't going to play in this French Open there because, I don't want to talk to the media.
Well, she said she wasn't going to do press conferences.
Right. Yeah. And they gave her a $15,000 fine and she says, I'm out. I'm not going to do it. You guys, threaten to expel me and give me a fine just because I won't sit there and answer questions to the press after I've told you I've been having some anxiety and my mental well-being. I don't feel like it's beneficial to me. And she says, that's fine. I'm just going to go home. Just take some time away from tennis if I have to. Got to take care of business here.
Now, didn't she? I thought there was a report that came out that she netted something like $500 million or something last year.
And so what if she
Naomi
did?
Osaka.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. But
what does that have to pertain to?
Well, I'm saying good for her. Walk away. You don't need to play this game. Go take some time off and get healthy. Good for her.
And not just that. I think it's dumb that they force people to. We've talked about this before. If an athlete doesn't want to talk to the press, then it shouldn't have to. I mean, the coaches should have to explain why their team sucked. Because they're the one who is, buck stops here. They're helming the ship, and they can tell you, well, LeBron was a little distracted because some of the hair fell out of his head, and nobody told him. And then when he found out, he was embarrassed. This happened and this happened, and then but the athlete, if they're not in the mood for it, they shouldn't have to do it. I mean,
it's so weird that we are on opposite sides of this particular argument.
I support that when an athlete, and this is not a millennial versus old guy thing. This is more a matter of I've never understood why they're forced to sit, because here's what it is. You sit there and they get asked the same questions over and over and over again at the end of a game, whether you've won or lost. When you win, how's it feel? And when you lose, what did you do? It's just the same stupid questions, and nothing is gained from that. So unless somebody says something wacky all of a sudden, outside of that, if a player doesn't want to talk to the press because they're upset because they lost, they shouldn't have to.
Well, but tennis, you can't have the coach for tennis. You got to kind of go out there as the player.
Sure.
But I agree.
Is it enough that they should go out and play?
I agree with you 100% that the press will hound you and until they get an answer on a specific question. And that's why Bill Belichick is brilliant with the press.
Yeah.
He won't answer the damn question. I don't care how many times you answer it.
Nobody, except for Bill Belichick and Marshawn Lynch, seems to have that discipline of being able to stare at you and be like, you don't exist to me. I don't care. When I go home at night, you stop being.
Yeah.
And Naomi Osaka, she's a young lady who seems very sensitive. She cried when she beat whichever the Serena's, I think it was
Serena.
And, she felt bad for beating her because she's so great. She's a very nice young lady. And she can't weather that storm like a Bill Belichick, who may be dying inside, but makes you think you're going to die because he's looking through you like a laser. And again, what is gained by this? Nothing is gained by forcing athletes to talk to the press.
No,
it's not. Listen, I didn't go out there and practice playing a sport day in and day out to be good at talking to the press. That's pointless and stupid. If I feel like talking to the press, I will. The coach is the only one who should have to field those kinds of questions. In tennis, if there's no coach or manager or whatever, you get nothing unless that person feels like it. Watch them play. That's the story.
Well, I mean, I agree with that, but it is good sometimes to ask the questions of, were you thinking about this? But you don't have to dog people.
Actors don't,
or hound them.
Actors don't have to do every little interview. Sometimes it's in their contract that they have to do press and answer these stupid questions, which they hate. And they get asked the same stupid questions. And you're just like, oh my God, this is the worst part of my job. Nobody went to acting school or went through theater, went through whatever they went through to become a star, to be good at having an interview. And if they feel like having an interview, let them interview. If they don't, leave it alone. Listen, I've never gone to a movie because I saw an actor in an interview about that movie. Have you?
You might have. Jeffrey.
Never.
No, there's
never ever.
You just don't necessarily attribute it to
no, 0%. Is it a good story? Does it look like something I'd want to see? The trailer, as long as the trailer doesn't tell the whole story, is what gets me to go, or I see the commercial. Never has there been an interview where I'm like, ooh, I got to see that movie.
But by them doing an interview, maybe it then gets you to go watch the trailer.
And
then
I would almost guarantee you that ain't a thing. It's the commercial or the trailer that gets people to the movies.
You truly never know until somebody were to go back
thing.
on your life and do a replay movie by movie.
All of the actors who do press, it's in their contract. They know it's a part of what they're supposed to do. It's closer to what they do. as an actor, I do this with you, and then over here, I'll do this interview with you. But an athlete, it's physical. You're out there. You don't have to be glib to be a great athlete. And I think to expect them, okay, now you're going to, you mean that thing you've worked on since you were 8 and sweated and worked through injuries and all sorts of stuff to get to the stage you are now. But now I need you to dance, monkey, dance, put on the little top hat and answer the questions to the press. And if you don't, you're going to get fined. That's just stupid.
Look,
I don't understand it.
Look, Jeffrey, the mythology is there that these great athletes, as strong and as powerful and as quick and agile, and every physical being that they possess that we normal human beings do, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're all mentally just right in the world, that they're not necessarily, and that they have their own things that they need to deal with, their own
It's not my business what they're dealing with.
No,
if they want to share it, they can share. If they don't, they shouldn't be forced to.
Absolutely. Well, no, hold on. Now, absolutely. They just because they have that doesn't necessarily mean that they're impenetrable, that they're this perfect person just because they're a perfect.
Who said they're
athlete or something.
perfect? That's the opposite of what I'm saying. I'm saying if you don't feel like it, you're not in the mood for it. Or if you know, you're just, no, I'm going to end up saying something's horrible. I'm just going to go to the locker room. Let somebody else do this. I don't want to do it.
But Jeffrey, it's promotion. It's all about promotion. It's a part of their contract. It's a part of what they sign up for.
It should not be part of an athlete's contract.
I think it should. I think it certainly should. It helps promote them. It creates a
How
brand
about
for
this?
themselves, and it brings awareness to whatever they want to bring
How about
awareness
this?
to.
Then that should always be in the contract. Hey, Marshawn Lynch, we're going to pay you. I'm just going to throw out phony numbers here. $10 million to play for us. We'll give you another $1 million if you'll do press. Nah. And okay, that's fine. We don't pay him. It's not part of his contract. He doesn't have to talk to the press. Hey, Phil, you will say you're an offensive lineman. We will pay you $5 million a year because, you did not get paid as much as the running back. We'll pay you $5 million a year plus an extra $500,000 if you do press. You'll take that money, but that you shouldn't make a guy, do that as part of whatever contract.
It's a part of a team. It's
If it's promotion, then you better pay me for it.
It's the same idea of college athletics. Yes, they should be able to sign their own things, but it's not. Just because they're not able to get things. Look, if you go to the proper professional levels, you don't know from game to game, hey, you know what? The lineman created the butt fumble that everybody wants to now talk to the lineman. That's the one time that anybody has ever wanted to talk to a lineman after a game.
If he didn't want to talk, he shouldn't have to.
But he definitely should. They should have access to these people because otherwise it creates a brand for themselves and for the NFL. Otherwise,
oddly, Fed fan agrees with you.
Good.
I don't know why. She's a
very smart woman.
She says, I'll play devil's advocate as part of the WTA and ATP rules. She should have done this privately between her and the WTA. She makes money from sponsors. She owes it to them to keep herself open to the fans. If she doesn't like this part, then walk away and find something else to do. Well, I say make it part of your contract that I'm not going to do those things.
That is part of their contract, Jeffrey, that they signed with the tennis.
Then maybe make it part of your contract to not do those things because she's a great player. People want to see her play. She does need to keep her sponsors happy or whatnot. That's between her and her sponsors. But when it comes to this, if she doesn't want to do it, don't make her do it. But if you make her walk away from the game, you're hurting the game.
Sorry. Oh no, go ahead. Go
I-
ahead.
oh, I-
I'm just enjoying watching you two play tennis here.
Well, look, Naomi Osaka is a fantastic and phenomenal tennis player. You're right. The game is robbed whenever she herself is taken off the court, whether it be injury, whether it be here where you're taking yourself away from the game. I agree with that. But that doesn't necessarily mean, Jeffrey, that it's not. You need to have that openness. How do we know that Mike Tyson is not the behemoth of a social animal that he is and phenomenal that he is in the press if he doesn't have that opportunity
I
and
was
platform?
interested when Mike Tyson would talk because he was insane.
Yes.
But I didn't care if he gave an interview or not. I was going to watch the fight. I'm interested in
And what
Naomi
got you
Osaka.
hyped up for those fights, Jeffrey?
The last fight where I saw him destroy a guy, not his interview.
And the pre-interview fights where I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. I'm going to bite your ear off.
They'll
again.
go up to each other and stare each other down. Then I'm never like, yay, oh boy,
When
am
Conor-
I hyped up. It's just the
what
fight
hyped
is the
up-
fight. The game is the game. The match is the match. That is where our focus should be. I mean, you've grown up in an Entertainment Tonight sort of world. And I didn't. I don't require these athletes to talk to me through an interviewer. I want to watch them play. Show me what you got in the court. I don't give a crap. Some of my favorite players of all time, I've never heard them speak because I never watched one of their interviews. I watched them on the court. I watched them on the field. I watched them play the game. That's what matters. In sports, that's what matters. And if they don't want to talk to the press, they shouldn't have to. You show up, be ready to play the game. That is what we're paying you for, not to sit there and answer a bunch of stupid, pointless, repetitive questions that have all been asked.
See, that's my point right there. If you ask the question once, somebody should be there to moderate it and say, I'm sorry, you're not asking that again.
I think what brought
and if the athlete says, I'm sorry, not answering that, then the next person that asks, I'm sorry, that's one on you. If you ask it again, you're gone.
I think
somebody's got to hold the press accountable.
The Lock says exactly. LeBron's super athlete, but mental midget. He should not be doing interviews.
What on earth is that? Stop it.
Large Marge says, remember, Felligan, you're going to be backpedaling in circles in the lagoon because James Harden scored a bunch of points one night after tanking to get out of Houston. Kind of hasty, little buddy. I don't know what that is.
I think he's referring to the moment in time where I jumped ship off the Phoenix Suns bandwagon, but I'm not entirely sure how we got there.
Jeff Van Gundy says Suns rolled tonight. Also, LeBron bumped into the locker room custodians yesterday and flopped. He might actually be out today with a concussion. Against the spread says Randy, can we get a big pep talk from Dusty Rose to defeat the Lakers and LeBron's NBA Jam's forehead tonight?
Well, I'll just have to do. I'll have to see what Dusty Rose has after we take a break here. We're up against it.
Elabin Mike says, look, it's not right for a player to be mandated to be interviewed right after a game, especially after a loss when they need time to decompress. Make it the next day. Okay, is that a compromise? Not right after the game. Maybe it's a thing the next day.
I guess.
Making himself available for interview, just not right then.
Maybe, sure.
I think that'd be better.
But I still think that you find glorious sports moments in those times. Like Richard Sherman, who hurt you? That moment is fantastic.
You're a vulture is what you are. You're a vulture.
Entertainment. Do you think Richard Sherman's brand did not grow because of that moment?
Those things make me uncomfortable when he's screaming at that poor girl after the game. That Richard Sherman moment, I didn't need that. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we got Big George's sports history and more of the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the #1 producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
These last few months have reinforced just how unpredictable the world is increasingly becoming. Right now, we're seeing market highs in the face of economic lows. Professional investors are wisely positioning their portfolios to protect against possible market downturns while still benefiting from the current bull market. So should you. Register for Online Trading Academy's complimentary 3-hour class, Protection from the Election. This new class will explore strategies to protect wealth from instability and capture profits during both bull and bear cycles. Call 844-877-2337 to reserve your complimentary seat in Protection from the Election. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Classes are available in Scottsdale, Chandler, or Peoria. Call 844-877-2337 or text text OTA to 31996. Again, call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture the Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard. You see two iconic treats blending together in a mesmerizing swirl of pieces of Thin Mints cookies, cool mint, and world-famous DQ soft serve. You smile the biggest smile you've ever smiled. It's a double smile because your two favorites, DQ and Girl Scout Thin Mints, are together in one delicious treat. And the only reason you stop smiling is so you can start eating. The Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard, exclusively at DQ. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
The Fanatic.
So Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. So Osaka says no to doing the media. And here's another good reason. Petra Kvitova, she had to withdraw from the French Open because something happened during the media thing. She fell and injured her ankle.
Oh, boy.
You see what happens, Phil, when you do interviews. You fall and you injure your ankle.
You know, that's exactly why Bill Belichick has the weakest ankles in all of the NFL.
Is that true?
It's scientifically proven time
he
and
has
time
the
again.
weakest ankles?
Yeah, that's why he has to wear the hoodie so that way he has a lot of layers to help him when he falls over.
I see. Okay.
All I know is that's what the media does. They break your damn ankle.
Yeah.
Fed fan says you're coming at this from an American point of view. Tennis is an international sport. You're asked the same question from different countries. Well, I only know one language, so it's going to be the same question from everybody. You can tell you what. If I could say, let's say I'm an athlete and it's all different languages, I'll just stare at you like Bill Belichick. It can't hurt my feelings. I have no idea what the hell they're saying right there. Helaman Mike says, when did narcissism, personal branding, replace being humble and gracious as a way to be? Power to the power of the pendulum swings from the teams to the players.
Yeah,
and
being humble
that
and gracious is a great characteristic to have. But even that can become threatened when you've got a bunch of jackals out there asking you all sorts of pointed questions. It's none of their damn business.
Yep. Absolutely. We have bigger and more important things to talk about.
That's true.
And that is, you want to go hunting for Bigfoot?
Me?
Yeah, there's a $3 million bounty in Oklahoma for Bigfoot. The trick is they want him alive. Safely capture Bigfoot.
You don't get the $3 million if you don't capture him alive.
Yeah, I don't see what you get if you blow his head off. I think
you get his head.
Yeah, I mean,
you get his big head.
No, Phil. If you blow his head off, you get like a body with a little stumpy neck. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on where you.
Yeah. Anyway, so Bigfoot, Randy, you want to go hunting?
Sure. Let's go, man.
Now they say he's 7 to 9 feet tall, weighs between 600 and 900 pounds.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you and I can carry 600 or 900 pounds.
I don't know how you could capture him though, alive,
or safely capture him.
Yeah, I don't know how you could do that.
I'm ready to go Bigfoot hunting. I don't know if I'm ready to go Bigfoot catching.
That's true.
There has to be. We're gonna have to check with the people in Oklahoma about what if we shoot him?
And what is when did Oklahoma become a hotbed for Bigfoot?
Well, I don't know if there's been a lot of sightings there, but they've offered the bounty. That's all I know. So maybe if we catch
what the
Bigfoot,
hell does Oklahoma want to do with Bigfoot?
We go up to Washington State or wherever the
there you go.
Bigfoot hangs out, grab him, get him on a Greyhound bus,
Uh-huh.
and we will take him to Oklahoma.
Well, you'd have to dress him though. If you're gonna put
Have
him
you
on
ever
the
been on a
bus.
Greyhound? You
Yeah.
don't got to dress him.
Well,
I
mean, at least put a hat on
I
him.
don't think that's even necessary.
Mm.
But if we could go Bigfoot hunting, I think we'd have a lot of fun, even if we never caught him.
That's true.
But well, that's the thing. They don't want him harmed. I don't know how else to do this. You know?
Okay, so let's assume, what does Bigfoot eat right now? He's in the wild, right?
We have no idea what he eats.
I think we can assume that
Lakers.
Stop it.
Pretty sure he eats Lakers.
He eats fish, right? He's out in the wild. He's probably carnivorous. He eats some fish, maybe some wild salmon that are
animals.
mating, going upstream.
Yeah.
He eats-
Hillbillies.
Yes,
He mates with salmon?
Yeah.
No, he's
I think
eating
Bigfoot's
mating salmon.
He's kind of
They're getting it
kinky.
on, and then he just grabs them with one of his big toes. So what you got to do is you got to bring a toaster oven up in the wild and get some fish sticks. because he'll know the scent of fish, but then he'll smell that fried element to it.
I think what we do if he's
Yeah.
mating with the salmon, we get
Melissa
us a-
McCarthy. We take her with us.
Okay, Melissa McCarthy.
And we get them to mate.
Or we get a couple of salmon, dress them up in some nice lingerie, take them up there. Huh?
Problem is, if the salmon lingerie doesn't fit, we can't return it because it smells like that.
Well,
you know,
so wrong.
that is true.
What
But I mean,
these are all good ideas.
Listen, if you mate with the salmon, though, and salmon in some, maybe one salmon has a black stocking on, just one.
Sure.
And the other one maybe
They don't
has
even
a.
have feet. I'd be
I don't know.
tempted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll tell you what, though, Bigfoot probably want to have sex with the fish rather than Melissa McCarthy. I think that's probably most of America.
Well, yeah.
But well, we got it's $3 million. I just thought I'd bring it up.
Yeah.
Possibility.
Yeah.
Go hunting.
Yeah.
Get us a Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
Get paid.
And drink lots of beer.
Yeah, that's a given.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even have to leave the campsite. We just go pick a place, wait for Bigfoot. Bigfoot didn't show up. It's like, well, we've gone through the beer.
Yeah.
All right.
You got it. You know how to do the Bigfoot call, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
That's Bigfoot call.
See, I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
That's very eerie.
See, you get that out there. There you go. There you No, that's
No.
not. That last
That
one's
was
not.
Melissa McCarthy. I'm sorry. That I screwed that up. I had it at first, and then I just sort of deteriorated to that. So, all right. Well, we'll talk about it off air. We're running out of time.
All right.
here. Yeah. But I think we should go on a Bigfoot hunt.
All right. I'm with you.
Just a tip says not hard to catch Bigfoot. Yeah, you send Phil out in the wild. Bigfoot finds him. Phil's going to go naked and fetal on the ground. And while Bigfoot is gnawing on Phil, you sneak up and you capture Bigfoot in a big burlap sack. Okay, write that down. We're going to need a burlap
sack.
Definitely going to need that.
Got it.
Heelman Mike says, remember when Clubber Lang told the press they were nothing but parasites and leeches, and then he broke their lights? I'd like to see that happen from time to time. Very entertaining. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Put in the contract, you have to do press, but we don't care if you break things.
Right.
I don't know. We got more texts about this, but first, let's get this done now. The way, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1995, Arizona Diamondbacks named Joe Garagiola Jr. as the team's first ever general manager. The son of the former Major League catcher and TV personality stayed in his post until 2005 when he left Arizona to become Major League Baseball's senior vice president of baseball operations. During his tenure, the Diamondbacks won 3 division titles and 1 World Series championship in 2001.
How about that? Yeah,
Back
that
to
was
me.
amazing. And can I also add on to that? The ballpark is just not the same without Joe Garagiola Sr.
Yeah,
at the ballpark.
He was something.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a guy you could sit around for hours and talk ball with him.
I'm pretty sure Katie Couric ruined him.
How do you think he liked his hot dog? With or without relish?
I like relish.
I like a dry hot dog.
But I don't know why that matters.
Well, if the ballpark's
Phil?
not going to be the same without him, I was thinking about things that wouldn't be the same without the ballpark. And a hot dog. I need a hot dog in order to go to the ballpark. Had a couple yesterday.
Speaking of ballparks, the Major League Baseball and the Players Union getting sued.
Yeah.
Because they moved the All-Star game from Georgia to Colorado. They're getting sued for $1 billion.
Good.
In damages.
Good. They ought to.
Yeah. For they up and took it. The Job Creators Network, which is a conservative group that features Home Depot co-founder Bernie Marcus. They say Major League Baseball violated civil rights law with that move. Here's what I know. It was a dumb move because you ended up hurting the people that you were trying to support.
Yeah.
And it was a knee-jerk reaction, kind of a dumb move. And now you've hurt a bunch of people of color. And then you went to Colorado. Could you have found a whiter place to do this? Seriously?
Indiana.
Well, okay, that's probably the only one. But yeah, I mean, it was a bad idea. It was a well-meaning knee-jerk reaction, which caused just ripple effects that were very damaging. I don't know if it's $1 billion in damages, but yeah, Major League Baseball, it really blew that one.
Yeah. Well, that's not the first mistake that Major League Baseball has done lately.
What was the other one?
Oh, they've had a whole bunch. They've had a whole bunch of mistakes.
Really?
Yeah.
I was unaware of all those. He says sarcastically. Fed fan says Draymond Green is wearing a beautiful unmanly jacket on Inside the NBA. No, it's not on my screen there, but I believe you. Oh, hey, Fed fan's got a good idea though. She says, let's steal some baseball nets, capture Bigfoot with those.
There you go.
That's something. You try to get them on the on the bumper. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Skull says, I just got some awesome news. Vikings are going to the Super Bowl, man. No, they're not. Against the spread says, finding Bigfoot is a redneck time dumpster. Who cares about that? So can we hear the Suns pep talk from Dusty Rhodes now?
Well, listen here, Arizonans, Dusty Rhodes, American Dream coming at you live. And I'm coming out in 50,000 watts of flame-throwing power because tonight the Suns need to bring out all the sunshine power that they can muster up. It's time for the Suns to make a statement in the NBA. The Suns need to come out and put a whoop ass on them Laker fakers from the Los Angeles city, the city of fakers and Lakers. So listen, Suns, get on the court, rally up, get your strength up, get all sweaty, and get out there and start throwing haymakers against what?
That's foul. That you can't throw haymakers.
You can't throw the haymakers.
No, you can't. That's a foul.
Dusty, do you want some water?
Dusty's throat got just a little bit dusty there. I think he was stunned when he found out you can't throw a haymaker in the NBA. It's against the rules.
The American Dream is now perplexed. Sons, instead of throwing haymakers, I want you to go out there and go all Draymond Green on them guys. Just start kicking them in.
No. That's a foul. You can't go Draymond Green on them. Kicking people in the Ginobili's.
What's that?
No. And I don't know what the hell he's doing. So yeah, can't do that. That's a foul.
All right, Sons, listen, you're a young team. Go out there and run these faker Lakers all ragged. Run them ragged. Don't let them have any air. Just keep going. Don't let them call timeout. Just run them for 4 periods. Run them to death. And then you will sink the Lakers into the mighty ocean of the NBA. And you will be rising like the great American sun. Dusty Baker, American Dream. I'm out.
There you go. Yeah, we finally we got him home.
Not
we got
Dusty
him there.
Baker.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes.
You didn't have to. Nobody would have maybe noticed. Shut up, Phil. Average Joe says everyone knows Bigfoot eats fish. Yeah, he sticks his face in the water, yells "Goonie goo goo," and comes up with a face full of fish. Goonie goo goo. Kiss the Cook says you are ultimately responsible for your own personal health. Me? Oh, you're talking about Osaka. There have been plenty of athletes who walk away or allow the stress to interfere with the profession because they're labeled athletes. We see them as impermeable, doesn't make them exempt from emotional stress or depression from media or in sponsorship pressures. And by the way, Oklahomans hunting for Bigfoot. Here, hold my beer. That's right. That's how you know somebody's looking for him. Against the spread says, thank you, Randy. That is one of the best impersonations I've ever heard.
Well, thank you.
I've laughed so hard, my side hurts.
That's good.
Hefty Lefty says, wait, no haymakers. I thought this was America. I'm sorry.
So did I. That's why I'm the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And I think you should be able to go out there and do a Draymond Green and a haymaker and knock these guys flat out on their back.
Fed fan says, I'm ready to go through a wall. Let's do it, Dusty. Again, that probably is a foul too. I'm not sure if you go through a wall.
I don't think so, Duffy.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
It's probably not really a good
I think
idea.
you could go through every wall you want to at the Sun Stadium. Hell,
No,
we
they
got plenty
just
of money.
rebuilt it.
We'll just rebuild it again.
Yeah. Kick their ass, Seabass. Shut the hell up, Phil. By the way, I think it's time to listen to our favorite song by Fish Tank. Shut the hell up, Phil. Oh, wait, do you have it?
I really don't think it's time for that.
Burning
There's
Hell
no-
Lakers.
Yeah.
Same song.
Shut the hell up, Phil.
Yeah. Did I say it was Shut the Hell Up, Phil?
Yeah. You need to listen to Shut the Hell Up, Phil.
It's parentheses. So it's Shut the Hell Up Lakers. Shut the hell up, Phil.
Shut the hell up, Phil.
I just want to say here in the last few minutes of this program, I'm the only one who has not pointed out somebody else's flaws in sentences. I mean, Phil does it to Randy. Randy does it to me. I have not done it
Well,
to anybody.
I wasn't trying to point out your misstep here.
Yes, you did. You did.
No, it confused me.
Yeah.
When you said "Shut the hell up, Phil," I was like, "Wait, did we have another song?" Suddenly, my mind, the
We
Rolodex
should.
in my head, started flipping, wildly and mad. You got to remember, I'm still analog. I'm not digital like you guys.
Yeah, it's like a lot of songs. They have the title and then parentheses.
Mhm.
So that's what that
All
is.
right, shut the hell
my,
up, Phil. I understand now.
My bad. My bad. 888-368-1580. So, all right. Oh, man.
Well, it's
That
too
means the
bad.
show is over. So tonight the Suns play the Lakers. Oh, we didn't get the actual analysis from Phil on what was going to happen tonight.
Oh, you'll just have to hear it tomorrow.
What do you think, Randy?
I think Suns win. I think Suns win by 15 tonight. I think
No,
Lakers
you
are up against the. I think the Lakers are up against the wall.
Wow.
So
I think
because
the
all they
Suns-
have to do is work LeBron.
I think the Suns come out and they have that killer instinct. I think Chris Paul is like, this is where we do it. We've got to put our foot on their throat tonight. We cannot let them back in this series.
Actually, your first thought is the Suns got to work LeBron. But no, they got to work Scrotum. They got to work the other guy.
You mean Schroeder?
They got to work the shooters, keep them back, and just
His
let
name's
LeBron
Schroeder.
have whatever he needs on the basket because 2 is not as bad as 3. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations: Tempe, Glen